Joe Murray got you for a full show tonight. Oh, what is there to talk about? Just playoff games, big game 6's. Bruins with an overtime win last night with a goal from David Pastrnak. Sends them to a game 6 back in Boston. How you feeling? Just another playoff game in Boston that matters, which there's been a lot of them. Oh, there has been a lot of them. But how are you feeling about tomorrow night's Bees game? We'll start there tonight. The Celtics, what a horrible, putrid, disgusting, despicable, what other word can I come up with? Vomit-inducing performance by the Celtics last night. My night was impacted by their performance. But it took David Pastrnak to help our night. Pasta! I see Kevin Majore back there. Pasta! Pasta! Wee! Yes, I was excited by the pasta. The Red Sox played a game today. I watched the whole entire thing. They stink. Again, they're still the Chad Sox, though. They look different. Not sure what's going on with Brian Bello. Shaking his head. You suck. And Garrett Crochet is going to the injured list, but says, hey, I'm just throwing every day and everything's fine. And, oh, yeah. You know the meme. Everything's fine while everything is on fire. That is exactly what is going on with the Boston Red Sox at the moment. And I have a bone to pick with Patriots fans. I have a bone to pick with you all. Again, you can call in tonight, 617-779-0985. That's the phone number. All you got to do is call in. Street Team Joe's here tonight. He's going to answer your phones. He'll put you right through. Skaz is here. I got a bunch of stuff for him later on tonight. And you can catch us on YouTube as well. Just go to youtube.com and search 98.5 The Sports Hub, and you'll see us right on there. We got out our overtime thoughts last night, so you can check that out. As well, and all our other shows that we have on 98.5 The Sports. You can chat in. I like to talk to the people in the chat, which I will do here shortly as I'm logging in. But our opening take, of course, is presented by Super Service today. Upgrade your home with an electric heat pump system from Super Service today. Stay cool this summer, warm all winter, and save on energy costs while reducing your carbon footprint. For a new estimate, visit superservicetoday.com. Just call my guy Tim over there. They'll take care of you. It's real easy. It's real easy to do. All right. So the Bruins winners last night. As far as the game goes, the Bees went down 1-0. I thought that was going to be it. I personally thought they were going to lose last night. I just thought the way that they looked in game 4 at home, and just Buffalo now showing their talent, and Lindy Ruff showing that he was the better coach in the series. I thought that for a team that has a lot of flaws, that was going to be it for them. But they battled. They came back. Lindholm scores the goal. They were physical. They were in the mix. They never quit, to be honest with you. They never quit. And the Bruins go into overtime, and they get a goal from David Pastrnak, a beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. Where, of course, if you look at it, some could say he was offsides. Maybe he wasn't. Nope, they reviewed it. They looked at it. But the way that they responded in a Game 5 and a blowout loss after a blowout loss was good. 2-1 win over Buffalo. It now sets up a Game 6 Friday at 7:30 in Boston. So they've moved the time on that one. But Jeremy Swayman, you guys remember, shoot out his teammates, right? Had a hell of a game last night. Stopped 24 of 25 shots. How many high danger situations was he in last night? And had a really good little stretch down the end of the game there to keep them in it. But your two best players last night, David Pastrnak and Jeremy Swayman, won the game for the Bruins. It was Pasternak's second career overtime winner in the playoffs. He's been criticized. He put up 5 points in games 1 and 2, but has done nothing really in games 3 or 4, did nothing really in games 3 or 4. It was ugly. He had a -5 through those games, and I think there were some boos at him. I think I was questioning if he's injured or not. And he's had multiple just turnovers, missed plays, and whatever. Like, there's times where you look at him and say, well, they need their best player. He was much better yet last night. He had 7 shots on goal. He had 12 shot attempts last night. The game mattered to him. They switched up the line. They put Pavel Zacha with Pastrnak and Marat Hustadinov. And it worked. They played 16 minutes of ice time on the 5-on-5. They outshot the Sabres in that group 19-11. And on the game winner, Hustadinov made the nice little breakup. And then Hampus Lindholm got the puck, passed it up. Pastrnak was coming up from the right side. A little wraparound past Alex Lyon. Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. Game 6 in Boston. The pass from Lindholm was fantastic. Not to mention, Lindholm in the previous game, not good whatsoever, but he also responded. It's been somewhat the calling card of Marco Sturm's Bruins this year. Bad games get called out, whether it's through media or on the bench or personally, and they respond. I also thought Charlie McAvoy had a really good night. 26 minutes of ice time. Again, while he was on the ice, taking shots. We talked about Andrew Peeke last night, blocking 3 shots. They got contributions from a lot of people. But in the end, it was David Pastrnak and Jeremy Swayman who led them to a victory. Now, I did already ask this question. There were a lot of people I talked to yesterday who thought they would win last night, come back to Boston and lose, because that's what they do. It's what they do. I think you guys know the records of the Bruins at home in the playoffs. They have lost 8 straight games at home at the Garden. Think about that. For all the success the Bruins have had advancing through rounds, the teams they've had going to 3 Stanley Cups, their record at home playing in Boston is under 500. And of late, it's 3-10, and they've lost 8 in a row. It has to change. It has to start tomorrow. And I think that Pasternak's got 2 overtime winning goals in his career. Jeremy Swayman, if you look at his numbers, has been really impressive in the playoffs. They're trying to rebuild and retool. They're doing it without one of their top forwards this year in Arvidsson, who might not play on Friday night. We'll get into that in a little bit here. This is a new coach and a new Bruins. I know that people look at it and say, well, it's still that core. It's that McAvoy, Swayman, Pastrnak core, and that's true. But there are a lot of other pieces to this team. And I think Marco Sturm is the difference maker of those pieces. I'm sure most people, I could ask Kevin Majore, he's here. I could ask him right now, your feelings on Game 6 of a team at home, this Bruins team at home, and you don't feel good about it, do you? He's got a thumbs down is what he gave me. You all feel it too. We're all joking about it here in the media. It needs to change tomorrow, Friday, whatever. It's on the line. The Bruins have already had a successful season. They've already had a successful season. And I know some people don't want to hear, oh, they get bounced in the first round and you're calling it successful, Joe. Yes, I am. Because I didn't think they'd be here. I didn't think they could be this good. I didn't think they could turn it around the way they could. And I didn't think Jeremy Swayman would be a Vezina finalist, all right? I didn't think any of those things. You win at home in a Game 6 and force a Game 7. That's successful, that's growth, and that's a great direction for the future of the Boston Bruins. We haven't been able to talk about the future of the Bruins for years because they were in it every year. And they'd let you down. They'd get you there. They'd play those game sevens. They'd advance. They'd put you through every single situation. Well, now they found themselves at home. The best home team, one of the best home teams in the NHL during the regular season, which again we've learned means nothing. For the Bruins to be different, to show that they're different, they have to control home ice on Friday night to force a game 7. They have to this time. Or else, same old Bruins. It's called Bruins when it's the same old Bruins. We'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. You can chat in as well. Just go to youtube.com. Search 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'll read all your chats. We got Skaz here. We got Street Team Joe here. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The
Garden when we can just have the callers just call in. And oh boy, even last night, and thanks to everybody watching on YouTube as well. Just go to youtube.com and you can search 98.5 The Sports. I was mentioning how I've worked so many Bruins seasons of disappointment. Done the Stanley Cup, been to multiple Stanley Cups, had the greatest season in history. I've worked every one of them. Last night they won 2-1. We had a doubleheader here. We had the Celtics, who were the pitiful performance, but the Bruins won. And people called in. And they love it. And, there's something still about the Bruins in playoff hockey, in just big situations. The Bergeron goal stands out, right? We all still talk about Tim Thomas. Tuukka Rask had some great moments. We also won't forget Brad Marchand on a line change giving up a goal. Right? That was a big one against the Blues where they had it's touchy subject. I understand that. They've had other series where they've had to go 7 games with Toronto or 7 games here or there. This one's different though, everyone. This team's flawed. We know it. But they found their coach. There's no doubt about it. Marco Sturm's the coach. He's the right guy for this. He's the right guy. He holds guys accountable. And I think to start the series, to be honest with you, I think he wanted to get out of the gate knowing that they were going up against a team that was better. But he wanted to say that they were the more physical team. He wanted to say that they can outwork that other team. I think it worked. It worked. Until the Bruins gave up that lead in game 1. But they bounced back, right? They come home, game 3, woof. Game 4, they no-showed. Last night, they showed up, they cared. They cared about it. I know the other teams cared too. I know. There's something different about this bunch, and I swear it's because of Marco Sturm. But I did want to mention this last night. You guys know Bruce Cassidy, former Bruins coach, fired recently from Vegas, won a championship there. They have intermission on TNT, I believe. And they asked, hey, who's going to win? Who's going to score the overtime goal? And he picked the Bruins to win in David Pastrnak to score the goal. He goes, I'm going to pick the Bruins. They've hung in there pretty good today. I'll take my old friend David Pastrnak. He's been good at times, a little quiet for him, but still around to play enough. I think he'll find a way to ricochet one in off a D-man in front and get a lucky one. Well, I think he got more than a lucky one. And by the way, good call, Coach Cassidy. Good call. Makes you look like you know what you're doing back there every once in a while. But how about Alex Lyon biting on the fake? Didn't reverse, had no momentum. Pastrnak shifts back, tucks it around, right around the left skate inside the right post. Boom! It was good. He even said, that a boy, Pasta. Got me a steak dinner and a bottle of wine with these wins. I always liked Butchie. I always liked him. Your thoughts, 617-779-0985. Skaz, am I missing anything from last night? I feel as though winning Game 6 at home means more than anything else. Like, they win the series, great. You win Game 6 at home, it just breaks that stink that's been going on in that building. Like, even with the Celtics, for that matter.
Yeah, the Garden in general, Joe, a little stinky, as you would say, a little smelly over there. Not so much home cooking over at the Garden lately. I think Swayman, though, for me, is still the biggest takeaway from last night. He's been not just the Bruins' best player. I think he's been the best player in the entire series for both sides. And if that continues, especially at home, hopefully, Joe, they can finally kind of, get the monkey off the back, turn the tide, whatever cliche you want to use. They need to win a playoff game at home. We've been over the numbers time and time again. I'm sure they'll be revisited later on tonight as well, but they need to win a playoff game at home. You heard how they talked about it, how they almost feel like they owe it to the fans. They are due. You heard Marco Sturm's comments on, Bruins hockey and how they played last night. And yeah, I think they genuinely feel like they owe the fans one, and that's kind of a rare spot, and you hope that they show up for it. And I'll be very interested to see how Buffalo looks, because that was another takeaway last night, was just how scared Buffalo looked and how they just didn't want to win that hockey game.
That was your point last night, was that they didn't try to take it. They didn't know how to win it either. And it was almost as if they just hoped maybe the Bruins would screw it up, which isn't a bad philosophy every once in a while. The only thing that scares me, well, I shouldn't say scares me, concerns me regarding the Bees, have they played with a lead? Well, I guess they were up 1-0, right, in Game 3?
Well, they had a nice lead, Joe, and then they almost lost it there.
That's right.
So sometimes they're not great with the lead.
In Game 3, they had the 1-0 lead.
Yes.
They could have went up 2-0 on the penalty shot, which I still think was the turning point in the series, by the way, which we should bring up Mr. Arvidsson. I think I saw a quote today from Marco Sturm saying it's going to be hard for him to play. And I don't know if it's been reported a shoulder.
No, we had a doctor. A caller call in last night and say it was a shoulder. They believed.
Someone believes it's a shoulder. Upper body injury is generally not good. But it doesn't sound like they're going to have Arvidsson in the game. They played Steves. They played Isamont. I heard Joe Haggerty say today he thinks that Isamont and Steves give them a better chance than Jimmy Hagens. He knows more about hockey than I do. I just work at the Sports Hub and say whatever I want. Give me Hagens over those guys. Sorry. New look Bruins, right? Going in the right direction, thinking of the future. How about you go with the guy that maybe isn't afraid to be out there? You look at that crap offense that they have, and you mean to tell me that Hagens doesn't think he can help out? I don't know. It's kind of like working at a radio station. You see these guys get these opportunities, and you're like, what the hell are these guys getting opportunities for? Pay me the money. We got Timmy and Bill Ricca. Hey, Timmy.
Hey, Hero Joe. How you doing? It's your buddy Timmy from Bill Ricca.
Are you the roofer? You're the roofer.
I am the roofer.
How you doing?
Can I tell you something? It has been so hard to get on. And I thought we were friends. I was telling the guy answering the phone, who was a nice guy, to put me right through.
That's true.
Now, I got to tell you something. The last time we talked, I had an issue about the morning talk show. I got to tell you, it still sucks. I got to get up on the roofs early in the morning, and when I'm up at 6 a.m., I got to hear Toucher talk about what he saw at the movie or what he had for breakfast, and it's like, nobody cares.
Well, what about last week? I was doing mornings.
That was awesome. That's what they need, and that's why they need Hero Joe. They need you at 4 a.m. for the guys that go into work. The real work is to hear you, or like I said last time, Felga. We got to listen to that idiot, Ben Maller, and then Toucher talk about his movie or what his kid's playing. And we're not here in sports until 7 a.m. What about the guys on the roof? I'm sneaking my phone, and my boss is yelling at me. He's like, put that damn phone down and grab that goddamn hammer.
Well, maybe you should be. I like Fred. I like him.
No, I know. But, Joe, I want to talk business with you right now.
All right, let's do business.
So, before we get into the sports, give me your 3 favorite wing spots in the Northeast.
That's a very loaded question, sir. Well, Buff's Pub would be number 1. I really do like Halfway Cafe. That's just, it's, and I like a place called Wings Over. There's one in Somerville. I don't know, man. I think I need to think about it, but those are 3 right off the top of my head without even trying.
Can I give you my 3 now, representing the Merrimack Valley out of Bill Ricca?
Sure. Go ahead.
All right. I think you need to hit 93 North to 213 to Methuen to a place called Borelli's.
Yeah.
Borelli's Deli, the wings are fabulous.
Got that, Joe? Borelli's?
And then you're going to...
Yeah, okay.
Then you're going to stay on 213, go further up to Salem for a place called Balducci's.
Yep, I know Balducci's.
The wings are to die for.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, and then I think for the third spot, we're going to flip around off of 495 to Tewksbury, place called Brothers. Wings are amazing.
All right. Anything else from a roofer?
Oh, I'm just getting started. The next thing I want to get your thoughts on, and I'll actually hang up to listen to you, is
all right.
What do you think the Red Sox are going to do now? Is John Henry going to grab his backbone or his sack and have accountability for this mess he's created?
Yes. Thank you. I answered the question, right?
Sure.
He asked me about 3 wing places. I gave it to him.
Yeah, Joe, you know what I hate? I hate when Fred doesn't talk about sports. But what are your favorite 3 wing places in the North Shore? At 7:30, 30 minutes into your show.
He was just getting static.
He doesn't talk about sports till 7 a.m.
Well, this is kind of the vibe of the show is you wake up and you bitch about whatever happened.
Yeah, you gotta shoot the breeze a little bit in the morning. You don't want to jump right into it. I don't like Freddie T slander. That's not allowed.
We don't do Freddie T slander.
No, certainly not.
And then they do what happens last night.
Yes, usually some sports in that segment.
It's highlights of what happened the night before. And then 7 o'clock, it could be, I don't know, David Pasternak.
Maybe Fred needs to talk about pizza more. Maybe.
I don't know if Fred's talking about pizza enough, personally.
Apparently not.
Joe, I just got a text. Joe, what's the best pastrami you've ever had? Without a doubt, it'd be Sam LaGrasse's in downtown Boston, wouldn't you say? We can't do this tonight. You know what? I unfortunately, I did this to myself. I've created this monster. But I heard Fred say that on the morning show I was very food heavy. I don't think I was. But I did get food for the morning show on Fridays, guys. So maybe that's why it was a little food heavy. Thanks to our friends over at In a Pickle. By the way, thanks to our buddy Chef Tommy last night, huh? From Romeo's in Falmouth. He's doing pizzas every Monday night. And he goes, hey, can I bring some pizzas by for you guys to try? And I said, I have an expert in the building. His name is Street Team Joe Ariano. And the pizza was fantastic. Want to give a review, Joe, real quick before we... that hot honey pepperoni or whatever it was. Oh, baby.
The pepperoni was delightful, and I don't use that word very often. I would give it... You don't
have to give it a score.
No, I'm giving it a score. It's 8-8, Joe. It was that's a pizza that you can easily crush by yourself.
It was a brick oven without any burn.
Yes, it had a good
undercarriage
and good undercarriage on the bottom, but it wasn't burnt. Even that guy, after talking to him for 5 minutes, you're like, all right, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yes, he owns Romeo's in Falmouth.
He's just not some other pizza guy. He's a legit chef.
He only does pizza on Mondays. He's a real chef. We'll do a video and we'll send it out, but his name's Chef Tommy. Romeo's in Falmouth. It's on that main drag right there that everyone goes. And I've been there. It's fantastic.
Are you a Falmouth guy, Joe?
Well, I'm more of a mid-Cape guy.
Okay.
Falmouth, a little out of my, let's just say I like to go deeper into the Cape. Falmouth's its own little section over there.
I like Falmouth.
No, I like Falmouth
I'm
too.
Scared of the Sharks, though.
See, I like why I go mid-Cape, baby.
Yeah. Safer there.
Mid-Cape.
Sharks, they want us, Joe. We are target number 1.
They would love me.
Yeah, they would get a lot of meat out of us.
Oh, they'd love me. All right, we'll hit a headline here. Hey, what happened with the Celtics last night? Boo! We'll talk about it next on the Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, the Red Sox played today. And I can assure you that they lost. Because they I believe, only scored 1 run once again. I can confirm that. 8-1. Brian Bello pulled after another bad start. 3 2/3, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 4 earned. He was shaking his head. He's mad. Garrett Crochet placed on the injured list before the game. Nate Eaton was called up to the roster. Bruins 2-1 winners in overtime last night. They'll play a Game 6 in Boston on Friday night. Jeremy Swayman has been named a Vezina finalist. Celtics will try to close out the 76ers again, but they'll be in Philly tomorrow night. And Rob Gronkowski has been elected into the Patriots Hall of Fame. Headlines. They are brought to you by Valvoline. the final call of the Celtics disaster last night. I'm going to flush it out. Me personally, I'm going to flush that game out. I can tell you I know what the problem is. I know it. And I remember fighting with somebody about this when Tatum just got back. Their loss last night wasn't because of the three-pointers and all that. They shot 39. They scored 11 points in the fourth quarter, everybody. They missed a ton of twos. And quite frankly, people have used the term played with their food. Last night's Celtics game, they had a 15-point lead and lost. And I'm going to tell you right now, how can you not blame the coach? I know the players didn't hit their shots. I know they didn't. But the Celtics offense became nothing in that fourth quarter. 11 points on 13% shooting. Now, I'll give Joel Embiid a ton of credit. He was fantastic last night. But Joe Mazzulla had a tough night. Absolutely tough night. He doesn't play Peyton Pritchard enough, and I know that he's friends with Derek White, and at some point, he's got to make a decision. This is factual. Peyton Pritchard right now is better than Derek White. Skaz is shaking his head already, but I can give you the numbers if you really need it. When Peyton Pritchard's on the floor compared to Derek White, they're a dramatically different basketball team. Now, I know in the end, Derek White does all these intangibles, plays defense, his block shots, good passer, can handle the ball. He can't shoot right now. He can't shoot. And I'm probably not giving him enough credit for the defender that he's been because he absolutely kept Edgecombe in check in the previous game. But they're not seeing enough Peyton Pritchard. They're just a better team with him on the floor. They are. He deserved to be on the floor more than the 27 minutes. And I think White deserves to be on the floor less than what he played. I also think he could lean on the bench a little bit more, too. You disagree with me, Skaz?
You're not going to win this series taking Derek White off the floor. You're not going to win anything with taking Derek White off the floor. Even if you get past the 76ers, taking Derek White off the floor does you more harm than good in the long term, even for just this year.
You don't think that last night Derek White was a liability?
Absolutely. No doubt about it. He had one rebound.
They need to play him less and Pritchard more. I'm not saying go away from Derek White. Just play one more than the other.
I think I think they need to shorten the rotation, actually. Nick Nurse last night basically played 6 guys. Andre Drummond played 7 minutes.
And then, what's his name? Hit all those
Grimes
threes.
played 20+, and then everyone else played basically 40. Outside, I think Embiid played like 35, but then the rest of their starters played 40 minutes. And, I think the Celtics need to kind of do that. Live and die with your guys, and maybe they thought they could, take advantage of the 76ers being their first-round matchup. And, we talked about getting Shireman and Garza and Walsh and these guys, playoff minutes, but it's not working right now. Quentin Grimes went off against you last night. I don't think if Peyton Pritchard is out there for an extended period that's going to benefit you defensively with Tyrese Maxey and Quentin Grimes and, Paul George starting to find a little bit of offense as well. It was a horrible game. It was, inexcusable. It's a bad loss. It's losses that they continue to have time and time again. It's a pattern. There's no way of saying it's not a pattern at this point. They lose games at home as massive favorites that they shouldn't lose, whether that's, mental lapses or whatever you want to call it. But I agree that Derek White is a liability right now, but I don't think you can take him off the floor.
If I was Coach Joe Murray, I would put him back in the starting lineup, flush this one out, and see what you get out of him. But I would in the fourth quarter if he was. I would probably think of playing Pritchard on the court instead of him at times. Late, I don't know. Because he has those winning plays. I know what White is. But I think he's been this for a while, Skaz. Remember we had a caller a couple of weeks ago say, it's Tatum, he can't do it. And I swore it was Derek White. They only have 3 players, guys, that can score over 15 points. And one of them's not Derek White. What's happening to the guy? Is he burnt out? Like, what is going on with Derek White? What is going on?
I think we're starting to see it mentally, too. I mean, I just mentioned he has 1 rebound, 0 blocks. I think he might have had 1 assist. It's impacting all parts of his game. I know he's not going to be Tatum getting double-digit rebounds, but if you're not scoring, you have to be impacting the game in other ways, and that's what we and the Celtics media for sure has consistently done with Derek White. Give him, effusive praise in all the things he does outside of scoring, but this roster is built that they need Derek White to score in order for them to succeed, especially in the playoffs. And if that's not happening, they're in big trouble. Baylor Shireman, Ugo Gonzalez, Jordan Walsh, even Peyton Pritchard, like he can do it. You see it at times, but not at a consistent level that's going to, vault him into a playoff series win. So it's on Tatum, Brown, and Derek White. I think Tatum and Brown can do, pretty much everything, but they're still going to need Derek White to score at times. That's how you win in the NBA. Nobody has ever won a championship alone. It's just not how it happens. So a little bit of a predicament for your Boston Celtics, but they've won plenty of road games. There's nothing that leads me to believe they won't take care of the 76ers. But if they don't, Joe, the conversation starts to take a very, very interesting turn on the future of the Boston Celtics.
I'm not there yet.
Neither am I. Neither am I.
I know what would have to happen.
It's a, scary, scary conversation.
I don't want to talk about it.
No.
I will rip on Jaylen Brown later because he doesn't get off. Not after that one. Nope. Letting Joel Embiid beat you, he's played like 2 games in the last 3 months. Not happy about that. Bubba is in Boston. Hi, Bubba.
Gemma, man, I got a few things here for you. All right, talking about White and Pritchard. I'd say it's 60-40. You can go either way. But at the end of the day, I think that is a Missoula call. 1. 2, we got you pointing the finger at Jaylen Brown. Yeah, 2 points for our top 2 scorers, fourth quarter, no good. 3, playing with the food. Yeah, let's talk about it. Playing with the food. Mr. Roofer, you're going to cough on the call complaining about breakfast and then asking about wing spots. Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Solid call from Bubba.
I think that handles everything right there. We'll do more Celtics. Brian Barrett's going to join us. He's got numbers. The numbers aren't pretty, by the way.
He's got some Brian Bayo numbers that are particularly ugly.
The Brian Bayo numbers,
bad.
I'm just going to tease it. If you've ever seen the worst of all time, you haven't seen nothing yet. Let's break. Let's tell you what happened with the Red Sox today. We'll do all that coming up next. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's
Miles home with a payoff pitch. And struck him out to end the ball game. He had a walk for about 10 seconds. Instead of strikeout ends it. So the Red Sox lose the last 2 games here to Toronto, and they will come home to Boston after the off day to play Houston. They will do so at 12-19.
Well, offensively, he had one home run in the first inning. Hit some balls hard. He got 9 hits in this ball game, but couldn't really muster anything going here offensively. But this really comes down to, again, the starting pitcher, 3 2/3. Bello, 6 hits, 4 runs. You're not going to be very successful unless this pitching staff and this rotation in particular turns this thing around and starts putting up some zeros and allowing this offense to get going.
Well, the Red Sox lose again today, 8-1. They're now 2-2 of the Chad Tracy era, the Chad Sox. I'll say this: I think they look better. I know last night wasn't really a good indication of maybe them looking better, but today, they actually got more guys on base. They hit into a really bad bases loaded 1-out double play. I think the offense could have been better today. It wasn't. But you can't, when your pitcher stinks, your starting pitcher literally can't make it out of the second and third inning. You have no shot. So, yes, it will be real easy to say they have no offense and now they have no pitching. Not to mention, before the game today, Garrett Crochet was placed on the injured list with inflammation in his shoulder. I got more on that coming up later. But we just teased it before the break. Brian Bello. This is a whopper here. But Brian Bello has the worst ERA through the first 6 starts of a single season in Red Sox history. How old are the Red Sox? Street Team Joe, when did the Red Sox begin? Can you look that up for me? Because Fenway's over 100 years old, right? So that would be, we'd be 1800s. When did they start?
I believe it was 1901.
1901?
I believe. So
you mean to tell me from 1901 to 2026, the worst 6-game start to a regular season ever is held by Brian Bello?
I would say that's bad. Impressive, but bad.
And then he was shaking his head about being taken out.
Well, you should have left him in there, Joe. Let up a couple more runs.
That's why I think they took him out, right? I'm not. Listen, I like Chad Tracy. Am I defending him when I say that? He knew he didn't have it, and he pulled him. I wonder what Cora said to him last week when he left him out there hung out to dry. What do you do, Skaz? I need to know what Scaramuzzino and company would do for Brian Bello right now. You don't have Sonny Gray. You don't have Garrett Crochet. Remember Oviedo? Remember all that guys?
He's never pitching again.
Who are their starters right now? Early, Suarez, and Tolley? Who else do they have? For real, who else do they have? Remember all the pitching they had? World's strongest. Who the hell else do they have now?
Where's Dickie Fitz at?
Gone.
Where's Cooper Criswell?
Where's Hunter S. Thompson? No, that's Dobbins.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Sorry, Dobbins. Sorry.
The author there.
Hunter Dobbins, Hunter S. Thompson. What's the difference? What's the difference?
Both their dads probably played for the Yankees or were drafted by the Yankees. My apologies.
No, for real. Where is their depth again? Where did the depth go? Kyle Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
This is bad.
Not good.
They're just gonna put him back out there again? You have nobody else. You know he only throws the sinker. He doesn't even throw a fastball anymore. What the hell happened to Brian Bello?
Can't blame Pete Fatsy for that.
I can't.
Now that would be who's in charge of the pitching staff?
Well, it would be Andrew Bailey.
Is he still here?
He did not get fired.
And why is that?
Well, he's Craig Breslow guy.
But Brian Bello, what's up with Garrett Crochet too? Their ace. How's he looking?
He's got inflammation in his shoulder.
Oh. Well, that can't be good.
It's not good. You know
It's
why?
odd how the pitching also sucks, but not held accountable.
Well, Ranger Suarez has been. I mean, listen, up until last night, they got good pitching. 3 out of 4. What do you do about Brian Bello? Do you just put him back out there the next start? Like, what do you really do?
What do you do?
No. He's a chunky right now, but do you just put him back out there? Like, he throws one pitch. What is he? Can he even be a bullpen guy? Do you DFA him? Do you put him on the injured list? I mean, you signed him to that stupid deal. All my Brian Bello cards are going to be worth crap now. I'm pissed. My Roman Anthony cards are losing by the day. Every time his back hurts, I lose money on my cards. I mean, at least Marcelo Myers got a 9-game hitting streak going. Peyton Tolley cards were strong for a little while. Now he took a little hit last night. This is what I learned this week. Don't buy any more Red Sox cards. They suck. What do you do with Brian Bello? I need to know. 617-779-0985. We'll talk with Brian Barrett. We'll ask him what the hell's going on coming up in just a little bit. Dusty May, where'd he go? Where's he? Didn't he beat them this year? Where did the pitching go? Let's hit the headline. I'm Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
From the Telefair Tiger Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. Touchdown! The flagship station of the Patriots, Bruins, the Celtics. WBCFM and HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group station celebrating 65 years of broadcast. Sports Hub headlines.
Red Sox lose 8-1 today. Brian Bello was horrible, and he's the worst pitcher ever through 6 starts. Ever. Meaning, what would that be, 125 years of existence? Am I good at math? Right? That's 100 years, 125. Bruins won last night in overtime. They'll play on Friday night. Celtics, they're going to play tomorrow night because they're trying to close out the 76ers. And Rob Gronkowski has been elected to the Patriots Hall of Fame by you, the fans. Headlines are brought to you by DN Van Lines. Take the chance out of your move and make the sure bet with DN Van Lines, an approved mover of the Department of Defense. DNVanlines.com. I'm Joe Murray.
Listen to it, laugh at it, get mad at it, agree with it, argue about it. It is Boston Sports. Boston Sports. And it is all we do. 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Thought he looked great. He looked great early. Attacked the zone, in the zone. A lot of weak contact, and then obviously that third or something, it started to. We had 6 and 9 reach, and nibbled a little bit when some guys got on, and just we got into a tight spot.
Is that kind of what led to you taking him out there in the fourth?
Yeah, I think the stretch of hitters that had reached base and the full bullpen. Obviously, Weiss threw a decent pitch to Clement, and he put a pretty good swing on a decent pitch, and that obviously didn't work. But with a full bullpen, everybody available, we decided if we needed to be aggressive, we would. So we went ahead and did that.
Brian didn't look too pleased to be coming out there.
No, but I don't. Most pitchers I know don't like to come out in the fourth inning, so that's okay.
Did you address it with them or speak with them about?
Not yet, no. I mean, just with the game moving, we just got in, so we kept the game moving, and I can talk.
It's funny. I had this thought today watching the Red Sox. When Contreras hit his home run and then later with the bases loaded, hit into a double play, I was just like, you know what? I think this season's done. Like I think I had the moment of, oh man, we didn't even make it to May 1st. No, for real, I really mean this, guys. When we're off, guys, we work in the summer, but when the nights that we're not working, like on a Saturday night, right, and you're grilling, don't you just want the Red Sox game on in the background just to have something to watch?
Not anymore.
That's being selfish.
They've taken that from us.
That's what I'm saying. Like the summer wind and baseball, it's over. See you later. Yeah, they ripped it away from us. They stole it from us. Like now there won't be TV on at all. Like what are you gonna watch on a Saturday night when you're gonna grill? Right? Let's say you're grilling outside, Joe. You're just gonna pop on tunes? Is that what it is now? You're gonna make your own playlist.
I'm gonna pop on some Bruce Springsteen.
Street Team Joe summer playlist.
I can get on that.
Yeah, what would be on that summer playlist for you? What reminds you of the summer? Like, what songs remind you of summer?
Usually Coldplay, Matchbox 20. I do like Coldplay a lot. U2.
You've mentioned Coldplay a couple times. There's no songs that remind you of the summer, like Cake by the Ocean doesn't remind you of the summer?
Oh, okay. Yeah, like Song of the Summer type vibe.
Yeah, like Shake It Off doesn't remind you of like a summer?
No, that reminds me of being in...
Or what about... now I got to think of songs of the summer in my head. Maybe we should bring that back and have Street Team Joe do it, guys.
Maybe a duet.
Ooh.
What's the song you forced me to sing again?
The Joe Henry one?
Yeah.
That was actually a good job, Joe. I'm pissed.
That somewhere.
I am pissed they took summer baseball away from us.
It's Joe. I mean, we've said this from the jump. This was supposed to be my first year following the Red Sox.
This was supposed to be,
and I've quit already. That lineup is just too boring, and we do have a tiki bar outside, Joe.
That's right. You're yes.
So my dad literally will grill and cook and watch the Celtics. I mean, watch the
Sox.
The Sox, and now that's been taken away from him.
Now, your mom and dad, who I met, Skaz, do you know that they have a pool and a tiki bar?
I was not aware of the Ariano compound over there.
The Ariano compound is, from what I gather, is the spot.
Oh, it's the spot. It was the spot in high school and college and a little after.
Did you ever jump off your roof and into the pool?
No, they're not quite near each other enough to make that happen.
We had my
I've skinny dipped plenty of times though.
Whoa!
The Ariano house gets weird out there.
Sounds like it.
There's got to be songs of the summer that I remember.
Hang on.
She's So Mean. She's So Mean, Matchbox 20. You remember that? You remember that one?
Yeah. How about like Summertime by Will Smith?
I'm not a Will Smith guy.
Not in your...
Since he slapped...
What about Cruel Summer?
What's that one?
It's a cruel, cruel summer.
Okay, that's a good one.
Heat Wave.
Late night when I'm thinking about you. Is that one?
Oh, my God.
That's got to be the wrong lyrics.
Me and you are not aligning on summer songs. Skinny dipping, huh? Was this after hours with a friend?
Yes. I mean, if all goes well.
Maybe we'll talk about that off the air. But
the point is, the Red Sox has been taken away.
I'm very glad you shared that with me, though.
Yeah, I think we're close enough, Joe, where I can share these things with you.
I'm glad that at least you feel comfortable enough. Now you got me thinking of songs about the summer.
Chris Brown used to have some summer songs.
I'm not thinking Chris Brown when I think of summer songs for some reason.
Cake by the Ocean Floor was a good one.
I don't know why that popped in my head. It was just one that... But like Summer of '69, Bryan Adams. Maybe Nelly, Hot in Here. Do you remember that song?
I do remember. I like that song. What'd you say the Taylor Swift one was?
Shake It Off.
She's had some...
What about The Boys of Summer by Don?
Oh, what about Fast Car? Was that in the summer?
Which version?
The newer one. Luke Combs.
Start living dangerously.
Whoa, talk to me, baby. I'm going blind from this sweet, sweet craving. Whoa, let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Hi, 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 hi. Keep on hoping we'll eat cake by the ocean. Walk for me, baby. Walk for me now. I'll be Diddy, you'll be Naomi. Uh-oh. Diddy. Let's lose our minds. Who would have thought the Diddy and Naomi? I didn't know popped in there.
I have to update that.
What year was that? What year was that?
That would be 2016.
Wow, Joe.
Summer hits.
10 years ago, I recorded that song. 10 years ago. Still in the system.
That song was 10 years old.
Well, it was the song. Me singing the song. Was
that's wild that song's already 10 years old.
Wow.
At least.
Also from 10 years ago.
And I don't need no explanation, 'cause baby, you're the boss at home. You don't have to go to work. You don't gotta go to work, but you gotta do work.
Joe, this is actually pretty good. This is low-key pretty good. You have some rhythm.
About to do the work. This is what we're gonna do instead of the Red Sox guys.
Yeah, we'll bring back Joey Murray Summer Hits.
It's good.
Joe, we've done that. We've done it for many years.
I'm looking up Watermelon Sugar, Harry Styles.
Oh yeah, Watermelon Sugar.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Oh, you could do it. I bet you could do it.
I could probably do it.
Espresso, which you know.
Oh well, I mean Espresso.
Summertime Sadness. That was a great song.
How old are you again?
29.
All right, I'm 44. Wow, we are just different worlds, man. But Skaz seems to think that we're very.
I mean, there are just things that happen.
What was it yesterday?
There's cough drops.
Oh yeah, we both.
Things.
So I'm still
looking in a mirror.
I still have the Vegas flu, which I sound better, right? Don't
Much better.
But I've been cranking halls like you couldn't believe, the lemon ones.
Yes.
So yesterday, Street Team Joe just pulls out a giant bag of halls. Hey, dude, you died because I didn't get it yet. I didn't get that.
Of course he had.
Joe was slugging halls.
It's just if one of you, it's like you guys are long lost twins or something.
You said that on the first night I was in here.
Yes,
the first night I came on air. You're like, you guys gotta.
There is a kindred spirit.
We have a lot of the same.
Joes.
We have a lot of the same.
Joe, do you think we would have been friends in high school?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yes.
I would have got you on the phone. I would have shaved your head.
You would have shaved my head.
Oh yeah,
I would have been right tackle. You would have been left tackle.
One of us. I don't know. I would have stuck you in guard and yelled at you every play.
Yeah, left guard.
I'm like, all right, Joe, you go in front of him. I'm going to push you.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you go low. I go high.
You should reenact the tush push.
So we could do that
versus Beer Joe.
This is what's going to happen this summer. Literally, we're going to be tush pushing. Smash it. All right. Hey, Brian Barrett, he's of The Ringer. He's got a lot of numbers for us. Numbers. And we'll talk to him next on the Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. the Sports Hub. Felger and Maz are just his pregame.
They've been getting wholesale deals for years.
It's Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
Barrett of the Ringer today. Where do we go? Do we start Celtics? Do we talk about the Red Sox? I mean, do you even want to get into the Bruins? I mean, Rob Gronkowski. There's so much to talk about, Brian. I don't know where to start. What are you hot on tonight?
Well, I guess we can start with Brian Barrett because that was just absolutely unprofessional, disgraceful, whatever you want to call it. This guy actually had the audacity, Joe, to nod no to the manager. And then after the game, doubled down on his take that he thought he should have stayed in the game. Hey, man, what entitles you to think this at this point in time? Brian Bello entered the day with an ERA of 9. It somehow went up. That's nearly impossible to do when you have an ERA of 9. It's very easy to lower that ERA in your next start. His ERA is up to 9.12, all right? He threw his sinker more than half the time. He had nothing. He had just walked the 9-hitter, and I know Weiser gives up a home run. But for Bello to do that, and he's already done this, he did it earlier this year to the previous manager in Alex Cora. He does it today to the interim manager in Chad Tracy. I don't know what's happened to this guy. He's completely regressed. He's only got one pitch that he can trust. They swung at his pitches 28 times. He got one whiff. He actually walked more guys than swings and misses he got in a start. That's nearly impossible to do, but he does the impossible. I just mentioned the fact. He came in with an ERA of 9, and it's 9.12. Two things you think could never happen. A guy with an ERA of 9 increasing that ERA, and a guy could get more walks than swings and misses. And you're now dealing with this Crochet situation where he's on the injured list. Gray's been dealing with his injury. Oviato's on the, 60-day IL. Kyle Harrison is pitching for the Brewers. So are you going to have to start this guy another outing? I just think it's unfair to the team because the team, despite their issues, despite their flaws, there is quit in Brian Barrett right now. So that to me was just so irritating, especially coming off the Celtics game. You're up late watching the game. You're up late watching the Bruins, and you just want to see an entertaining baseball game. And Brian Barrett just ruins it for all of us.
What do you do with Brian Barrett now, or what do the Red Sox do?
I mean, as I was alluding to there, I wouldn't start him again. But the problem is now with all these injuries, what do? Do you do a bullpen game? Because then your bullpen's going to be really spent. You're already bringing up somebody, of course, I thought that it was going to be for Bello, but then we got the news today that Crochet's going out. So if Crochet's going out, obviously he's on the injured list, and Bennett is up now. Well, does he just have to make his next start? I just don't know how you can put him out there. The guy does have options on his contract. And remember, he's somebody that it looked like for the majority of last season improved. September, he completely fell off. And then you go into that playoff game against the Yankees, and it felt like at times he was afraid to pitch, especially to Aaron Judge. He gives you nothing there. And it looks like for whatever reason, that game completely broke him. And the reason he's only basically throwing sinkers, he has no confidence in any of his other pitches. His changeup over the past couple of years, the velocity's gone up and the vertical drop has gone down. That's a pretty bad recipe. So it's playing like a bad fastball. He's tried this curveball this year that now he's barely throwing. His cutter has not been effective. He throws it a lot, but in the last start, it's just bell-tie, letter-high the entire time. So he can't locate his pitches, and he has one reliable pitch. And I just think right now, if you're looking at this team and you say, hey, if they want to try to get back into it, which may be impossible at this point in time, considering what's going on with Crochet and the hole you already sort of dug yourself, I understand that you're dealing with the situation where you got all these injuries. I just think it's unfair to the players on the team to throw that guy back out there, especially after today, where he's trying to show up the manager after that performance. I mean, what gives you the entitlement to do that based on the way you've legitimately, by the numbers, he's been the worst pitcher in the sport, and you're showing up the manager?
Well, isn't that the theme of maybe the weekend? Trevor Story might have showed some entitlement too, right? So I think there's some players that haven't been accountable yet. I even think Alex Cora really hasn't been accountable yet. He said he was so happy. And I know today that he did write an email that went out to people. But just what have you heard? I know what we've read and what's been reported. I'm glad they moved on from Cora. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's interesting. First of all, on the Story thing, sorry, just not the messenger. You can't be the messenger when he's talking about some of the best coaches in the world is what he said. Well, dude, you realize, like, if you performed at a higher level, you're part of the problem. So maybe if you performed better and some of your teammates performed better, these great coaches that you have would still be part of the coaching staff. When I look at it too, just in terms of the Cora situation, I just don't think he's meant to manage a team like this that has so many question marks right now. And it really comes from the fact that he came up with Dave Dombrowski when he first hired him. And they were basically like, okay, well, we need another power bat. Let's go get JD Martinez. Oh, hey, at the deadline, we need a right-handed complement to Mitch Moreland. Oh, let me go get you Steve Pierce. And Dave Dombrowski would just say, hey, I need a second baseman. Let's go get Ian Kinsler. He'd basically tell you, oh, I need a closer. I'm going to go get Craig Kimbrell, right? I'm making a trade for a starter. I'm going after Chris. Like, he would tell you and things would happen. Things has clearly changed at this particular point in time where the roster, it feels like, even though we thought last year maybe the start of something, it feels like more of a rebuild. And there's things that you can point to where I think the biggest issue with the team right now is clearly the roster, and the roster is flawed. But with that being said, I think there is something to Craig Breslow saying, I want to go down my way, right? Where, hey, if I'm ultimately going to be shown my walking papers because I see the recent track record of how often they move on from GMs, I want somebody that agrees with sort of my sort of ethos here. Clearly, Cora didn't agree with that, so he gets Chad Tracy from AAA to do that. But the thing that I would say about Cora, some of the biggest critiques I have of him this year, and I like Cora. I think he's a really good manager, especially when he's managing a team that has a chance to do something significant. But they never figured out the ABS challenge. They were arguably the worst team in the sport at it. How does that continue to happen? That's on the manager. The base running issues. Now, it's not his fault in individual games, but last week, the play where Trevor Story fakes tagging up and Meyer gets backpicked at second base, that's inexcusable. And that stuff's been happening all season long. And I think that's where the disconnect is when Cora first got here, he doesn't have to teach these guys basic fundamentals. Now they're in a different place where they want to play these younger guys, and the teaching has had to being made at the big league level when these in the past looked like routine things. So it just, at this point, I don't think it was the right marriage between Breslow and Cora. And last time Cora won sort of the power struggle with Chaim Bloom. This time Breslow, for better or worse, won the power struggle against Alex Cora.
Talking with Brian Barrett, he of the Ringer podcast. The Ringer, and you got your Off the Pike podcast, excuse me. Anything else really to talk about with the Red Sox here, man? Is there a future manager that you have in mind? Because Craig Breslow certainly didn't make it seem like it's Chad Tracy's to lose, but also made it seem like if there was another option, he would consider it.
Yeah, and by the way, that's another poor part of the press conference that he had, is just say that we're behind Chad for now. He's the manager. We understand by giving him the interim tag that leaves you open to that opportunity. Just say we're doing everything right now to help Chad, because you saw the panic. It felt like they made the decision to move on from Cora, and they didn't really know what the rest of the staff was going to be. That's why you see a bunch of 25, 26-year-olds joining the staff that have sort of like the background in Craig Breslow's driveline philosophy, if you will. But I feel like that hurts the manager's credibility when you say something like that. And I'm not saying that's why Bello showed up the manager today. I think that's just his personality. I don't think at this point he's a good teammate. But when you're saying we wouldn't rule it out, I just wouldn't say that about the guy you just named the interim manager. Like, give him some power. Just say, hey, Chad's our manager for now, and we're completely behind him. But I don't think they have anybody in mind right now. That's, if they have somebody in mind, it's going to be one of these robot types that's just willing to put the lineups out there that Breslow wants to put out there.
Brian, you had some incredible numbers regarding the Celtics after their loss last night. Skaz and I, we've gone back and forth. I know what Derek White can do. I know the intangibles that he gets, and I would probably have him out there late because of what he's done. But you have come up with the numbers, and Peyton Pritchard and the Celtics are just better when he's on the court and Derek White isn't. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at some of these numbers, Pritchard on, Derek White off, the Celtics have a 136.1 offensive rating. Denver led the league at 121.2. With White on, Pritchard off, it's a 103.4 offensive rating. Brooklyn was last at 108.2. So when Peyton Pritchard's on the court, you're significantly better than the best offense in the league this year. And when Derek White's on the court, you're significantly worse than the tanking Brooklyn Nets. And White has played 174 minutes. He's been this plus-minus king in the past. He just hasn't been that. He's played 174 minutes. He has 41 points. Pritchard's played 155 0.1. He's got 75 points. So played almost 20 fewer minutes, and he scored more than 30 points more than Derek White. And White's in his own head. He's 7 of 33, 21.2% from three. It's 71st out of 74 qualifiers. And the thing about this, to me, it's not just specifically like a Derek White thing. Like, that was critical last night. It's a 3-point game late. I think if he hits that corner three, maybe he builds up some momentum for himself. But he's just not confident right now. And you're seeing, like, as this series goes on, the shot attempts are going down. And so from my perspective, to me, you get through that third quarter and you get the foul from Keita, which is another story in and of itself where he cannot stop fouling guys. Okay, well, that means you have no chance of stopping Embiid. When you bring Vucevic into the game, you cannot stop Embiid. So to me, the most trouble that Embiid has had in this series, ironically, and it's crazy to say this, is when Pritchard's on the court. Because, and I know he's the smallest guy out there, but Pritchard actually puts pressure on Embiid because they start running him off handoffs. They start running high pick and roll with Pritchard. And there was one play in the game, in that particular game last night, he just went around him. Like, he just went around Embiid. There was another play in the game where Embiid had to get switched on him. And he actually wasn't even a switch. He was in a deep drop. And Pritchard so fast he got to him, he moved him and hit a layup. So if you're going to give something up on the defensive end, having Vucevic out there because of the foul trouble with Keita, Pritchard needs to be on the floor. And the other element that I point to here, to me, it's not White that I would take out of the starting lineup. It's actually Hauser. Because if you look at the way that they're starting these games, the Celtics, Hauser has one thing he can do. He can shoot. So in that lineup right now, White is not shooting the ball well. And so from that standpoint, he's not doing much playmaking either. He got a little bit going last night with his floater game. But other than that, like, he really went away in the second half. So you're having Hauser there that can only be set up. He can't create his own shot. Right now, White doesn't want to and can't create his own shot. So that leaves you with just Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. And Keita's not a spacer. Of course, Keita can't shoot. He can't shoot threes. He dunks. That's what he does, right? And he rolls. So at that point, you need a more dynamic guy out there. And if we have all these numbers on Pritchard that tells you how much better that he's been than Derek White and the Celtics have been better with him on the court, you got to explain this one to me. In the last game, or I should say in game 4, he has 32 points in 35 minutes. Wow. How does he only play 26 minutes in the following game? And I know he's only 1 of 5 from deep, but he should have been into the third quarter earlier in that game. They should have brought him back earlier. When he came out in the fourth quarter, it took them way too long to get back to him. I think the only reason they waited is because Hauser knocked down 2 threes at one point. And this is the same thing. I can't believe Missoula did this 2 years in a row. When they won Game 3 in New York last season, he played 35 minutes. He had 23 points, which was the highest total on the team. And then the following game, they lost. He played 20 minutes. They went back to double bigs. It's 2 consecutive years that Missoula has gone away from Pritchard after he had proven that the best way to win in the series is to play Pritchard more. So it's partially on Missoula that I don't understand why he shaved down the Pritchard minutes. And I know I keep saying another thing. Tatum and Jaylen don't have to play as much as they did in the second half of the game. Jaylen played 11 minutes in the third quarter, and he basically played the whole fourth quarter. And Tatum had to come back in pretty early as well. So why don't you use Pritchard more? And then what happened to Shireman? Shireman was good. Shireman was good. The last 25 games of the season, he was awesome. He was awesome when Tatum came back. When Tatum came back, you look at the minutes between him and Hauser, they're both averaging 25 minutes per game. What happened to Shireman?
Brian, I mean, you're literally saying everything I'm saying. I don't think Joe Mazzulla's taken enough heat today. I don't. And you know why? Is because I think a lot of people think they'll flush it out and just go win on the road, which is my expectation. But I don't want to think about a Game 7 with them. I just don't. And there's something about that building, Brian. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to ask you about the Bruins here. But the Bruins, I don't know if you've seen these numbers. They're 3-10 their last 13 home games in the playoffs. Do you know they've lost 8 straight home games? 8 straight home games. I think for the Bruins to finally turn the tide or something to change in that building, they need to force a Game 7. It's a successful season already. But, man, they got to win that game. Plus, for all the people that went to the Game 4, they need to make up for that one, man. So, although the expectation is they're going to break everyone's heart like they always do, I'm hoping for a different outcome in a Game 7 and shake whatever's going on at the Garden.
Yeah, so a couple of things with that. I give them so much credit for the performance that they had last night because it would have been really easy to roll over after the performance that we saw. Like, that was the performance I was expecting to see from this team in Game 4, and multiple turnovers in that first period that led to those 4 goals. But for them to come out the way they did, because I felt, and I don't know if you agree with this, I felt like they were the better team in the first period, and they were down 1-0, unfortunately. And even the power play goal, like, that broke a streak for the Sabres of 0 of 39. And it really wasn't a clean power play, right? Like, even the entry from Thompson was kind of sloppy, and they got kind of lucky, I would say, on that goal. And for the Bees to fight back, of course, you get the goal from Lindholm in the second period and Pasta with the unbelievable finish in overtime. I thought that showed a lot of balls, and they finally outshot the Sabres, which is something they have not been able to do for the majority of the series. So I thought that was a good sign. And Pasta's interview with Adam Pellerin after the game, where he basically said, we're going to shoot more, be patient with us when we come back. We want to get back to essentially paraphrase, we want to get back to the home crowd. I think it's important. And I do think that if you look at these two teams, the Sabres haven't been here before. And I know a lot of these Bruins players are young, but they have guys that have been in a lot of playoff series. And I think it's important, too, that you do have the better goaltender in this series as well. And I know Lyons has been better than, of course, Luukkonen since he's come in here. But I do give Sturm some credit here. It's his first time in terms of as a playoff head coach, and he made a couple of adjustments. Now, some of it was due to necessity, right? Because Arvidsson was out of the lineup, and it appears he's going to be out of the lineup again. But he put Zacha on the line with Pasternak again and Kustadinov. Yeah. And on 5-on-5, they outshot the Sabres 10-3. They obviously had the game-winning goal. If you look at just the shot attempts, they were 20-11. So that's a dominant line that you got there. The scoring chances were 13-4. Pasta actually shot the puck 7 times, which is something that we were calling for to him to shoot more. And then if you look at it, that geeky Lindholm Pasta line, they had been in attempts, they had been outshot 45-24. So you had to do something. And then, of course, you put Lindholm in between Geeky and Middlestat, and they end up with a goal. Now, some of the advanced numbers were not the best. They're pretty close to even, but nonetheless, you changed the lines, and it ended up sparking something. And for the first time in the series, you actually handled the Thompson-Tuck-Krebs line, where the Bees actually outshot them 22-18. That line had outscored you, and it has outscored you 4-0 in the postseason 5-on-5. So, and 33-19 rather in scoring chances. So I think the Bruins found some stuff in that last game, whether it's changing the lines. And I think it's going to be really difficult on Buffalo to close this team out. And I do think it's crazy. You should have won Game 1. You are no show in Game 4. And like some of the value, the lines, the gambling lines on this series right now, Joe, like I think I may just put a little bit on this because it's plus 350. Wow. I mean, you win Game 6, who the hell knows, right? If you're going to win Game 7, I just feel like they should feel pretty good about themselves heading. Obviously, if they lose the series, they're going to look back to especially Game 1 and just not showing up for Game 4. But I think they should feel pretty good about themselves coming back here after that win.
All right, finally, I haven't got into it yet, but Rob Gronkowski voted to the Hall of Fame. Duh, right? But I'm pissed. Like, Adam Vinatieri is the all-time point leader. And like you can't just put him right in as well with Rob Gronkowski. I don't like it.
Yeah, it seems like that one should have already been made. But I also don't understand, like, why do they, like, some years more than one guy should go in, right? I don't understand why this is sort of like the requirements of everything with the Patriots Hall of Fame. And Vinatieri's the clutchest kicker in the history of the sport. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, Gronk is arguably the best tight end to ever live. I mean, if he's not the best, you're not naming 3 guys that are better than him. And he meant so much to the organization. But so we just have to wait till next year to put Vinatieri in. So then everybody else that's behind Vinatieri, they get to wait another year as well. I mean, look, it's a good announcement. It's a good day to have the announcement with everything else that's going on with this Patriots team. But again, I guess it caused some controversy because people are upset about Vinatieri.
All right, we talked about every sport. Anything else going on?
Not much, man. Just I'm nervous about this Game 6, but I will say this. One thing that has finally happened, and I'm very excited about this. It's only happened one other time in these series. They're not playing on the same night. Thank you. I hate when they play. It's too much, man. Like, first of all, when you're watching hockey, you need to have the volume on, right? You need to when you're watching hockey. Like basketball, you can go without the volume. And some of the broadcast teams that they've had on these national TV broadcasts, you'd actually prefer it, especially when it's somebody like Reggie Miller. And they don't have track of the series because it's like every game is a different network. One time it's Peacock, one time it's Amazon, one time it's ESPN. Like they haven't had a repeat team, and I think they finally will in this next game. But I hate when it's on the same night. And the NHL is stupid for this because the NHL knows the NBA schedule, right? Philadelphia is actually getting the opposite days every game during the series. But there was only like 4 conflicts. It was Colorado and LA. And LA, nobody cares about the Kings. They all care about the Lakers. If you're the NHL, the Bruins are an original 6 franchise, also a massive franchise with a big fan base. Why would you want to sort of take any viewers away from that market? Like that would be, to me, priority number 1 is to make sure if I'm the NHL that I'm putting the Bruins on opposite nights of the NBA team in that town so I could get more viewers. Like, it's just stupid to me that the NHL would do this.
Yeah, we had, last night we had a conflict. We had Celtics on WROR and the Bruins on 98.5, and I was running in 3 different studios, and we were all on edge, and then overtime, none of us could leave because they don't take breaks. Did you know that? We couldn't even go to the bathroom because they don't take breaks.
I didn't know that. Now that you say that, it does make sense because, yeah, they didn't break. But I didn't even notice that because, like, the action was so compelling. Right away, like, you think, oh, did Corrali actually score? And it's like, oh, no, he didn't. Then Swayman gets that great save on the rebound from Tuck, and then they go the other way. Like, hey, how about Lindholm? He finally showed up. He had been terrible in the series. McAvoy showed up. McAvoy had been, like, 2 guys that you're paying so much money to, like, how about the Lindholm play on the kill the other night, or the other day, I should say? I don't know. There's nobody around you, man. How do you just muff that? And then McAvoy, like a simple D-to-D pass, he misses them. Like, it was good to see those guys actually perform well in that game.
Yep. I said it earlier last night when we saw it. It was Swayman and Pasternak at the podium, and like that's what you want. That's the future. And again, I think it's a successful season already for the Bruins, but force that Game 7, man, and it's like really good things are ahead. So I'm hoping they get that win in the building on Friday night, man. Friday night, Boston hockey with the sweaters. Oh, that's an atmosphere, bro.
Dude, 7:30 p.m.
Yep.
Like as Brady used to say, they're going to be lubed up for that one.
Oh, they'll be lubed up, getting out of work early on that day in Boston. Oh, right on the water over there. Oh, it's going to be absolutely tremendous. He's Brian Barrett, and he's of The Ringer. Go check out his Off the Pike podcast. We touched on everything today. Brian, appreciate your time, my man.
Anytime, Joe.
You got it. It's Brian Barrett, everybody. We touched on every single sport. Every one of them. We didn't do wrestling talk, though. We can save that for another night. What are you doing back there, Street Team Joe? What's this? Is that the...
I think he's just itching his head.
Oh, it's not the Roman Anthony? No? I learned the dance. Hang on. I think I know it. Yeah, I think I got it. All right. Let's hit the headline. I'm Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
The Red Sox lost today 8-1. It wasn't good. They also lost Garrett Crochet to the injured list, and they lost Brian Bello for his mind because he doesn't have his arm. He's the worst pitcher of all time. Celtics lost last night. They got to play on Thursday night. Right now, the Pistons have a 76-69 nice lead on them. That game is, what series is that, 3-1? Cavs looking to close out Toronto tonight. They trail 72-64 at the moment. And the Bruins back in action on Friday. They'll play Game 6 over at the Garden. Rob Gronkowski to the Patriots Hall of Fame. Headlines are brought to you by Boston Prolotherapy. Don't let joint pain keep you off the course or trail. Eliminate that pain with Dr. Franke of Boston Prolotherapy. I'm Joe Murray. Your next update soon.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody.
horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Got the horses in the back, horse stack is attached. Hat is matte of black, got the boots blah. Riding on a horse, yeah, riding in a horse hair. Been in the valley, you ain't been up off the porch, yeah. Can't nobody tell me nothing, yeah. Nobody tell me nothing. Well, I never remembered that one existed.
Yeah, I was giving Street Team Joe a brief history lesson during our commercial break, and that was his favorite by far, he said.
Oh, you haven't heard the whole... Do you need a playlist, Joe?
I gave him a rundown, a brief rundown of the history of Joey Murray's summer hits.
I think one time we did do this.
Yes.
We made a Joe Murray playlist.
History. I feel like that has been done, yes.
I'm sorry. I know you can Google Joe Murray does the hits.
Yes.
And it will pop up. I completely forgot about that one. The worst one I ever did, though, Chandelier. That was...
Oh, I don't know if I have that one.
You know the song, I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. Oh, my God, is the worst one I ever did. And I think that's because it was I was singing the Grammy songs.
I only have one Grammys year in here. It is 2016. I might have to contact the Jeremy Conley to see if there's more out there.
Oh, there's the one that I told you. There's some really hard songs to do. The other one was what's her name there? She's hot. She does
really narrowing it down, Joe.
Brunette was on Saturday Night Live. Little. Ariana Grande.
Street Team Joe. It doesn't even have his mic on.
There you go. Ariana. I don't know why I forgot her name, but she had a song called "Nothing Else to Give" or something. That one was tough. Oh, and I think I did "Break Up with Your Boyfriend, I'm Bored." I think I did that one once. I don't know if you guys remember that song.
I don't.
No.
That one is not ringing a bell.
But yes, because I think so. A lot of those were from 16. You said,
yes,
yeah. 2020, I think I did Drake.
2019.
2019 was Drake.
I believe so.
Was Kiki?
Yes. Yep.
I did that.
Well, that was 2018. My apologies.
18. Okay.
Yep.
I remember doing some from my basement during COVID. What?
Jack wanted Benny.
Yeah, this was bad.
She got me in my feelings. I gotta be real with it. Yep. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you'll never ever leave from beside me.
Bad. My voice sounds a little like a young Joe.
It could be the equipment. Who knows?
Could have been the equipment.
Right. Street Team Joe. I was just educating him.
Okay. Old Town Road. Huh? I forgot about that song. I thought Joe was singing. When you guys are like, can't wait till you hear when you come back, I thought Joe created the song.
Not yet. That's in the works. Don't worry.
Maybe we can sing Shallow together, Joe. You want to do the Lady Gaga part, or should I?
We have him hard at work researching this year's Song of the Summer.
Oh, yeah.
We're not sure it's come out yet.
Well,
it's a little early.
No, remember, we looked it up. Last year, the Song of the Summer was that... it was an alternative song. No, it wasn't. No, it's on the air. It's on. You would know it. Oh man, it's dudes.
It's dudes.
It's dudes. They
just a couple
sing.
Dudes singing. Street Team Joe's going to his trusted friend AI, I'm sure, for this answer.
Voice it. No, what was the name of the song? Google. Should I Google? We're gonna do in or out next. What was last summer? 2025?
Yes.
Songs of Summer? The Red Sox have ruined us. They took it away from us. Not Bad Bunny. No, not Sabrina Carpenter Man-Child, even though I liked it.
I'm being told Ordinary by Alex Warren.
Ordinary. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, I don't know.
Dudes.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we have a song for this year yet, do we?
It's early. Street Team Joe is telling me there's a Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars? Wait, what? Do you put down your mic on for that? What was that?
It's like do 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 do. That's right. I'm gonna break my heart, break my heart, break my heart. It's all over the radio. Skaz, can you back me up?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Can you do it one more? Give me
one more
time for me so I can kind of.
Okay, but it was.
No, I like the way you did it.
Promise to play it after, so I don't sound as dumb.
Yes.
Do 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 do. That's right. You're gonna break my heart, break my heart, break my heart. It's all literally. It's got to be #1 song right now. I'm just not doing a good job describing it. Come on, YouTube chat. Someone help me out. Do 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 do. That's right. You're gonna break my heart, break my heart, break my heart. Okay. I need to find this. Do 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 do. That's right. You're gonna break my heart, break my heart, break my heart.
Can we match it up with the song?
I Just Might by Bruno Mars. Skaz, can you give it a play?
I Just Might. I don't know. Is it 24 Karat Magic in the Air?
No, this
sounds like
this
that.
is going to be the song of the summer. No, that's not.
As soon as I open Spotify, it just immediately plays Nickelback because of our Chad Sox talk the other night.
This is going to be the. I'm telling you right now, song of the summer.
You've already clinched it?
I'm clinching it. I mean, it's all over the radio. It's what everyone's talking about.
Maybe I've heard the song, Joe. It's just, I don't know if you're doing it any justice. 2026.
Yep.
Bruno Mars. I might have heard it inside, like, Crate and Barrel of the Hudson News, but I can't really.
Well, I'm putting you on notice.
That's the song?
I'm putting you on notice. It's
all right. Well, you know what?
The
when I learn the song, maybe I'll do it with you.
Okay. Obviously,
I don't know that song at all, though. I mean, it kind of reminds me of doesn't he rip songs anyways?
Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
I think he's ripped a couple songs. But I would love to be able to dance like Bruno Mars. He can dance. And he can sing.
Is that the song? I Just Might? Is the name of that
I Just
song?
Might. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I bet if Kendra was listening, she'd be like, "Oh, Joe Murray and Skaz, you guys don't know what you're talking about. This is the song of the summer." I think she would agree with me.
I mean, do you know what, do you know the Elizabeth Taylor song by Taylor Swift?
Did it just come out?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, then.
I'm against T Swift.
Oh, get out of here. I bet you'd love it if we listened together.
I know. I just wanted to be invited to the wedding.
That's right. All right. Oh, yeah. Where is that? In Rhode Island, I heard, right? Want to take a ride up to Watch Hill? We'll hang out at Squamicut for the day. We could hit up Foxwoods after. Maybe they'll go to Fox. They're not going to Foxwoods after. They'll have their own dealer there. All right, we got In or Out coming up next. This hour, the Sports Hub, though, has been brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com, and you can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray.
What's it gonna be, McFly? Are you in or out?
Are you in or out? Gotta know without a doubt. I'm the one you need for a dirty deed. I'm the best. Success is guaranteed.
Oh, Choco Taco.
I love the chocolate.
Those
Choco
are extinct.
Taco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Choco
I
Taco.
don't know if you've ever heard of it.
What was it at Friendly's? The
the
Monster
Friendly's one
Mash.
was good.
Oh, yeah.
Little Oreo or Reese ears there. I'm in on that.
I love that. You ever get the guy? They put the little whipped cream for his hair, and with the cone on it with the M&Ms. And
I think that might have been the Monster,
the
or
Reese's-
maybe it was something else.
Reese's
but-
Pieces
Yes.
that did that, and then
I'm just
the
worried about
watermelon.
Those
our
are like
guy.
mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Reese's.
And then the watermelon roll.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, we've talked about the watermelon.
Oh,
Of course we have.
oh.
So, gentlemen, are we in or out on Wally's birthday party?
Well, I'm in. What kind of cake does he like? Does he like a regular cake, ice cream cake? Is it a fruit cake? Like what?
So
you're not
if
dead.
we-
You're
yeah.
on
Oh,
an
you couldn't
island, and
find
people were
me.
saying,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. You're the exact scenario. You're on an island.
I mean,
We
it's gonna
never
be
see
there's
you
gonna be
again.
Kowloon in there.
Yeah. What would we put in your?
There's
Yeah.
gonna be Kowloon.
I would
Sure.
put a couple
Can
baseball
we get
cards.
some baseball cards?
Some steak tips.
Maybe a Dom's like steak tips, and we can get like a couple of Kowloon hoodies.
Put a couple seltzers in there. You know.
Yes, we can get Down East ciders.
There we go.
We can call it our favorite dispenser. Well, I don't know if we want to
course.
waste that, but
No, that would be a good. I
Okay.
think we could throw a couple
because
joints. in
I
there.
think at Jim Morrison's, and I know we have Tommy Cassell coming up. I'm sorry, but if you go to Kurt Cobain or Jim Morrison's grave right now, you could probably get high as a kite because there's joints everywhere. So, anyways, yeah, Joe, that's you listen. Do I even have to tell you what to put in there? You guys already know.
Yeah, it seems pretty well taken care of. I bet there would be a lot of people at your funeral.
Thanks, Joe.
What a statement.
Let's end on that.
What a statement.
We just got real morbid. Well, we're going to talk to Tommy Cassell, knows a little something about Chad Tracy and Worcester from the Worcester Gazette. We'll talk to him coming up next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5.
Worcester, Massachusetts. It's got lots of hills, the Worcester Hills. And I wanted to get a Worcester perspective on what's going on with Chad Tracy, the new manager of the Red Sox, and Tommy Cassell from the Worcester Telegram and Gazette joins us here on the Sports Hub. Now, Tommy, I actually saw your interview that you posted with Chad Tracy, and then our buddy Sammy P reached out to us and said, hey, do you guys want to have Tommy Cassell on the show? And I said, hey, I just saw his interview, and now, dude, you're on the show. It's just as easy as that, bud.
Yeah, Joe. Well, before we get to Chad Tracy, I have to say I'm out on alternate Oreos, but I definitely am in on Wally's birthday party. I've met Slugger, the Sea Dog, in person a few times, and he's an absolute beast. So that's maybe why Smiley, the ball, doesn't want to show up to Wally's birthday party.
Now, the smiley face was invented in Worcester by Harvey Balls. Is that correct?
Something like that. I don't want to misspeak, but yes, the smiley face was invented in Worcester.
Okay. And why is there heart? Is it because it's the heart of the Commonwealth?
Yeah, Clara, the heart of the Commonwealth. A long story with the nurse that I don't want to get into right now.
I love Polar Park. It's a great place. I do a card show there every year. And my buddy Benny DeCastro is the voice of Polar Park. I love it there, man.
Yeah, Ben's always getting the crowd hyped up at Polar Park, and when the train comes by, Ben's always saying hello to the train. So it's a good time at Polar Park, and we've had some good times recently. A little wild of a week last week at Polar Park. I'll tell you, last Saturday was something different that we haven't really covered in my couple of years with the covering the Woo Sox.
So, what's the skinny on the Worcester Red Sox? From afar, I feel like they've done well, right? Guys have gone through the system. I know Mikey Ramiro's a guy that people are really excited about. I think he was out the other night, but I guess we should just get into Chad Tracy. What happened on Saturday? When did you find out about Cora? And I don't know, I guess Tracy was removed from the game. Can you kind of give us the specifics on that?
Yeah, so last Saturday was pretty crazy, Joe. We noticed about midway through the game, around the fourth or fifth inning, that Chad Tracy, and I'm going to call him Trace because we don't really know him as Chad Tracy, although I've enjoyed the Chad Sox bit for the past couple of days. But he wasn't in the dugout at Polar Park. I had heard from someone in Baltimore that stuff was going down with the Red Sox, and then the Jared Carabas red wedding tweet came out. So I went down to the field. There's a spot next to the dugout where sideline reporters and photographers watch the game. So I walked past the dugout, and when I got there, one of the Woo Sox players made eye contact with me, and he was like, "What did you hear?" And I was like, "Well, what did you hear?" Because we didn't know at the time, Joe, if Trace would be hired or if he would be fired or what. So nobody knew except for a few of the coaches at the time. So the players and the media, we were all kind of scrambling to figure out what was going on inside the clubhouse. And then fast forward to postgame, and the Woo Sox clubhouse was closed for the first time in my 3 years covering the team. That was something new. And so I'm waiting out in the hallway, waiting to get confirmation on either way for Tracy to get either called up or, let go. And that news broke that Trace was tabbed as the interim manager, and kind of we all went from there. But it was definitely a crazy Saturday at Polar Park.
So you said Trace, considered a good manager from what I gather, and of course a lot of the players on the Red Sox are familiar with him. Give us a little bit more background. And it was funny, in your interview that I saw with him, he talked about his relationship with Alex Cora and how he played for his dad. He knew him. They spent time in the minor leagues together, but it sounded like they had a great relationship.
Yeah, Trace, obviously, his father, Jim, was a long time, actually a player, then a manager for a long time with the Pirates, the Rockies, and Dodgers. And like you referenced there, Jim Tracy managed Alex Cora, who was the second baseman with the Dodgers back in the day. And then Chad Tracy, as a high school, college kid, was obviously spending a lot of time in major league clubhouses and, traveling with his dad and his family and his brothers. So, the Tracys actually kind of idolized Cora a little bit, and Cora and Chad's relationship goes pretty deep, and obviously they enjoyed a good working relationship the past couple of years. So I bet it was a bit of a weird situation if you had to inject some truth serum into Chad Tracy last Saturday or Sunday morning for him to get the call, but at the expense of Alex Cora would have been definitely a strange feeling for him. Obviously, exciting for Chad Tracy to finally get his call because he's, kind of been on the doorstep and the precipice of getting a call up to be a manager in the big leagues. Between you and I, we said our goodbyes last year as if we'd never see him again at the end of last season, just thinking he'd be called up to be a first base coach somewhere, third base coach, whether it's in Boston or elsewhere. So I didn't have on my bingo card that Chad Tracy would be the interim Boston Red Sox manager in April, but pretty wild how his relationship with Cora and his firing led to Chad Tracy's first big league call up.
So who's taking over in Worcester now? Who's down there that's worth talking about? And we always talk about a hero. Is there anyone that could get? We know Eaton got called up today, but is there anybody that could be of the future for the Boston Red Sox?
Yeah, I want to get there in a second, but I thought you might appreciate this, Joe, because I know you're a North Shore guy. So when we got Chad Tracy coming out of Polar Park for his goodbye on Saturday, he was heading to get a flight out of Worcester Regional Airport on a private plane, I'm pretty sure. And the one thing people across Twitter had me crack up about was, I don't think anyone knows there's an airport in Worcester. Like, literally, people are like, wait, there's an airport in Worcester?
Right next to Hot Dog Annie's.
Yeah, it's a great little spot. It's quick. I mean, some direct flights, and it's the hassle of Boston's not there. But I thought that was funny. I thought you might appreciate just like the people reacting not to the news, but that wait, there's an actual airport in Worcester. But to your question, the new manager of the Worcester Red Sox, the acting manager, if you will, his name is Iggy Suarez. He's got a fun baseball story, but he actually was drafted by the Red Sox, just made it up to AAA, just kind of like Chad Tracy did. That's the farthest they made it as players, and Iggy Suarez played for the Paw Sox, and then when he got out of baseball, he got into coaching with the Red Sox and worked his way up. And last year he was Chad Tracy's kind of de facto bench coach, third base coach, defensive coach, and now he's the acting manager in Worcester. But Iggy took over for Trace, and he's got some experience just like Trace with some younger players because Iggy was with the Greenville Drive for a bunch of years, so he knows a lot of these players. And a lot of them were happy to see Iggy get the chance after Tracy got called up to Boston.
Tell me about Mikey Romero. Could he be the third baseman of the future?
Yeah, Mikey's been really good this year. He was called up midway through last season, and he, it seemed at times he was pressing a little bit. I also think Mikey was trying to dispel this notion, kind of like Marcelo Meyer went through, of being injured too often and not finishing a full season. Mind you, Mikey Romero is a former first-round draft pick, and he's still only 22 years old. So he got comfortable last year, and now this year he looks like he's really kind of settled in and found his groove. He's been hitting the ball harder than anyone in Worcester. His average has dropped a little bit recently, but he's been a promising prospect that we'll keep our eyes on this year because he's been playing mostly third base and some second base, and even can play shortstop, obviously. But we know that the infield could be in flux or hasn't been firing all cylinders in Boston. So Mikey is definitely a player to watch, especially due to the needs and maybe for some potential pop in the lineup. But I don't know if he's there yet, but Mike Romero is definitely a call-up candidate for some point this summer.
Christian Campbell, obviously a controversial figure within the Red Sox organization, whether it was the hitting coach, whether it was Alex Cora. But can you give us an update on Christian Campbell, where he's playing, how he's batting, and just how's he doing right now?
Yeah, Christian, kind of in the similar vein as Mikey Romero, has really kind of seemed a little bit more comfortable this year after starting last year with Boston. He was the rookie of the month the first month, and then really hit a tailspin with his hitting and fielding, and was demoted to AAA Worcester. You could tell all of last year he was really pressing, was out of sorts, was dealing with the pressure of that contract of being demoted. So I think it was kind of a clean slate this year. I mean, last year he played every position basically, Joe, other than pitcher and catcher. So that's really hard for a young player to not have a home base or a couple positions to focus on. You remember the whole first base fiasco, Christian Campbell and Masataka Yoshida and everyone that was getting a first base glove to go over to see if they could play in Boston. So Christian's played outfield this year. He's looked really good in right field recently. I think he might be more of a left fielder, but you got to play all three in AAA, and he's made some nice plays, and he looks like he's finally kind of found that swing that people called him Barry Bonds 2 years ago, they likened him to that, and he's kind of found his stroke a little bit. When Christian Campbell is good, he's pulling the ball in the air to the left side and then also spraying it a little bit all over the park. So we're starting to see a little glimpse of that, but as you know, Joe, the outfield in Boston's already crowded enough, so I don't know if he's in the same vein as a Mikey Romero for potential, call-up soon.
All right, man, you think Chad Trace, your boy Trace, makes it out this year and they go on a run and he's the long-term choice for the Red Sox?
I mean, I want to make sure we're clear. I'm not, I'm friendly with Chad Tracy. I maybe consider him my boy, but obviously, it was more the working relationship that he was great to deal with. He, we have a lot of media presence here at Polar Park, but some of it can be a little, grab ass or not always talking about players like we're talking about right now. But, we could talk about anything from Roman Anthony to Peyton Tolley to Donkey Kong and King Kong. I think you just had a Donkey Kong reference. And Peyton Tolley just came on my podcast and had a couple Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and Harambe references, and I wasn't too happy about the Diddy Kong reference. But anyway, Trace, I think, you've seen the team the past 2 days, score a combined number of, 2 runs. So it's going to be an issue all season, the offense. So I don't know, what the future holds for Trace with Boston. I think he's a good manager. He's a mix between an old school and a new school manager, given his ties with his dad, growing up in baseball and working hard to get where he is, but he also trusts analytics and gets along with the players. So he's kind of like if you had to put a modern-day manager in a lab, he'd kind of be your perfect mix, if you will. So we'll see how it plays out in Boston. I kind of wish he does well because he's been great with these current players the past couple of years. He gets along very well with Roman Anthony and Marcelo Meyer. So we'll see how it goes. But, if that roster is flawed and they don't have any offense, it's going to be hard for him to get a lot of wins.
All right, to the public market over there, huh? Kelly Square. Place rules.
Yeah, we got some very funny people on TikTok in Kelly Square. A couple of potholes here and there, but usually I get out there late enough where there's not too much traffic. But Kelly Square, some good pizza and some good food over by our parts here in Polar Park.
Lobster on a roll? Oh, baby.
Yeah, it's less than $39, the lobster poutine. I got to tell you, Joe, I spent many nights driving around after a sporting event, and I can't tell you the number of times I've come home and almost bought an air fryer due to you. So it's funny to finally talk to you. But, my first season there, I tried everything at Polar Park, all 100 items. I probably gained about 5 pounds, but I'm glad I'm not doing that this year.
Yep, I do the card show every year, Best Flippin' over at Polar Park, and we get to walk around the concourse. It's a hell of a day for people to come out, check out the park, and it really is awesome, man. I know people say they want to get out to Worcester, but easy ride, great spot, good place to take in a game, good baseball, and just an overall great experience and a fabulous park, man. Like really, really nice. It's kind of funny the difference between Fenway and Polar Park. One's just so nice and so new, and the other's so old, yet people still keep going.
Yeah, it's voted one of the best ballparks in all of America. So I saw McCone there last weekend, and I think McCarthy popped in too. So we got some of those Sports Hub guys popping in at Worcester all the time. So it's fun to run into them every once in a while.
Well, I'll come by someday. I'm a friend of Sammy P. I don't know how you met him, but a friend of Sammy P. is a friend of ours.
Sounds good, Joe. I can't wait to see you at Polar Park.
All right, man. I appreciate you. He's Tommy Cassell, and he covers the Worcester Telegram and Gazette. Tommy, appreciate you, man. Good luck down in Wootown.
Thanks, Joe.
Appreciate you. It's Tommy! Hey, Tommy! Go to Lobster on a Roll. You a lobster roll guy, Joe? Yeah. Hot or hot buttered or cold? Doesn't
I like
matter.
the cold. What's the place in the Falmouth that has good lobster rolls? It's like the truck that's on the side.
Romeo's?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Shout out Romeo's.
I don't know. There's a lot of lobster trucks.
Do you like lobster tail, the dessert?
Do I
like Mike's pastry?
Yes.
It's one of my top 5 desserts.
Yes.
Here we go. Top 5s.
Yeah, that was a good yes.
I'm a cannoli over lobster tail.
Really? What type of cannoli?
So I like the OG, but I will get it with chocolate chips.
You would just go straight cannoli. Just straight.
Bro, with
ricotta cheese.
All right, so I know where this is getting into a debate, but Do you like just regular cheesecake, or do you want like a?
No, I need an extravagant.
We need like an Adam's
Oreo,
peanut butter fudge cup.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I just go OG cheesecake. Maybe every once in a while, I'll go with like a banana cheesecake.
Interesting.
Or I'll get a red velvet with a little red sauce on there.
So you like it keeping it simple.
So I think sometimes it's like an Oreo cookie.
Yeah.
Why mess it up, baby? You know, but like I have
had the other stuff. Though?
Listen, the Adams peanut butter fudge cup from Cheesecake Factory has a lot going on there. You got caramel, peanut butter, chocolate, cookies, cheesecake. There's a lot going on there. Have you seen that menu on that thing? Sometimes I just prefer the OG.
I hate at Cheesecake Factory, Joe, that they list the calories right.
I don't like that either.
That's from Musings later. We'll talk.
You know what's funny though? Why is that damn thing so big?
What thing?
The menu.
Oh yeah.
They should just. I think all menus should be front and back. Front and back.
Yeah, theirs is like
front
a booklet.
and back. Anyways, you got something for me, Skaz?
Well, just the Italian pastry talk. I'm just curious what we're learning about the plush compound over at the Arianos. What is like the go-to if it's a holiday, it's an event? What is the Italian pastry spread?
We like white cookies.
Mm-hmm.
There will be cannolis. My mom loves blueberry crumble.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot going on. She makes those chocolate chip cookies.
Cornettos, you like those?
Mm-hmm. What's a cornetto?
It's like a croissant with like might have like pistachio or some like cream in it, kind of. They're really good.
Those do sound good. No, I wouldn't say that. I don't think there's any famous Italian dessert we make. What's the thing you sprinkle sugar on? It's like a flat. It's kind of plain actually, and then you sprinkle white sugar on it. It's like a flat cookie. You know what I'm talking about?
A Milano?
It's kind of no.
I don't know. I like butter cookies.
Butter cookies.
You know, the ones that are like pink and yellow.
Mm-hmm. I went to Mike's Pastry last week with Haley and Katie.
What a name drop.
Mm-hmm.
And John.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a lobster tail.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the chocolate fudge cake from Mike's Pastry is my favorite.
Mm. How come you didn't go to Modern?
Okay, so Katie tells me they're owned by the same people. That's false, right?
I believe so. Could be family, though.
Okay, so they could... Because I always thought they were rivals. I think Mike's is better than Modern, but that could just be my eyes deceiving me.
Should we do a test?
I think that could be a test the Joes do. Skaz, I feel like you're Italian. You got to like Italian pastries.
I'm certainly Italian, yes. Yeah.
What would be your go-to?
I like the cornettos. That's kind of... I know that's maybe a little basic, but I like those a lot. Cannolis are good. There's really no bad one. I would go to bat for just about any of them.
Joe, what's your thoughts on gelato? Like gelato versus ice cream.
I prefer ice cream.
A tale as old as time. One of our great rivalries: gelato versus ice cream. You got to look for flat gelato.
Joe, one day. All right,
that's a trick. Flat.
Should I reach out?
Wait, why do you want flat gelato?
That's like real gelato. If it's puffy, if it's airy, if it's built up in any way, you don't want that.
Okay, this isn't a flex. I'm not doing this to flex right now. Should I call Sean Stellato?
No, yo.
And have him bring in
an expert.
His pastries all the way from New York, New Jersey to Boston, and we'll just try them out one night with him in studio.
You think Street Team Joe is going to object to this proposition?
This sounds awesome.
But again, the last time I was with Sean Stellato, he brought cannolis. And he wanted me to try. He asked me which one I thought was the best.
And you said the plain.
There was one in New York that was phenomenal. Woo! Baby. I'm kind of interested in this call. Steve's in Middleborough. Steve.
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller. Great to be on the air with you. I was just listening to your in and outs.
Yes.
And I'm surprised you didn't mention the WWF ice cream bars.
I love WWE ice cream bars. They're not big.
I know they're a little simple overall, but I mean,
those little
that's what was up.
Yeah, those were the best, man.
Absolutely. Something just nostalgic about it.
CM Punk brought him back.
Did he?
Yeah. What's going on in Middleborough these days, dude? Is Lorenzo still going strong out there?
Lorenzo's still going strong. We have a lot of great restaurants in a little kind of area, especially around the center, where we have Charred Oak Tavern, Cafe Milano's right there, Harry's and Fisher's, Dave's Diner. There's a lot of great little places out here.
Skaz is from Rainham.
Oh, there you go.
And he knows a lot of those spots.
Hey, a lot of those spots in Raynham are great, too. You know, Raynham and Taunton, there's a lot of great spots out here.
I like Stoney's. I like Stoney's pizza.
Oh, yeah, Stoney's great bar pizza.
Bar pizza? Hey, guys, tell me about the Tiki Buddha. You ever been there?
Not a fan.
All right.
One of those places that has like a C hanging outside their room, you know?
Okay, all right. We should go to break. What the hell just happened? Where did we go? What happened there? Did we go from cannolis to diners to
drivers and dives there, Joe?
I'll tell you who won between the Pistons and Magic next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
Well, I knew the Lots going on right now. The Worcester mascot is posted a meme of waiting by the phone. So are they listening? So that's one question that I have. Joe, I have an answer on the Mike's versus Modern from an expert. Quote, 2 pastry shops, they're not family. They're owned individually. Modern is way better. They get cassata cakes. Their pie is the best. Ricotta pie. That's from an expert in the business with an opinion. So that has been brought to the table. And the Magic covered, which I knew they would, but I didn't touch it. But I really wanted to. What did Mr. NBA have for bets tonight?
I did have the Magic covering, Joe.
All right. 10.5 was a lot. The Pistons stink. They don't have another score.
Skaz got me on his parlay. It's 3 for 3 so
far. Whoa,
Skaz
is on a parlay? How come I didn't know about this?
It was sent a little close to tip off. This was discussed in the job. I mean, when Mr. NBA came strolling in earlier, we had a little pre-show meeting, about Mr. NBA and his past week. Some good, some bad. But Mr. NBA, tried to get him out of his funk tonight. I'm not usually a parlay guy, but every once in a while, a couple guys shoot some threes. That's all it was.
I did say earlier that there's no way Cleveland's going to lose this game, right? Are they winning right now?
They were up to 113, 111, 6:19 left.
They're going to win.
Joe, does Cleveland confuses me. I feel like they should be really good. Remember last year, like how elite they were? I mean, not in the playoffs, but the entire regular season.
Well, I think
you add a second scorer.
I think they're
Harden's
better with James Harden, personally.
Yeah, but I don't like. Why is Mitchell not playing well this series?
Because Harden's scoring more.
Yeah, so do you think it hurts him?
I do.
Off the ball? Yeah, he's an on-the-ball guy.
I do. But they had, what's his name there, who was not working? Garland?
Yeah, Garland wasn't working.
He wasn't working. Speaking of working, what's up with the fans voting Rob Gronkowski in over Adam Vinatieri? I'm upset about this. I'm going to educate you. You know Rob Gronkowski retired and quit on the Patriots, right? Didn't want to come back, and they traded him to Tampa Bay. He quit, retired, and then wanted to get traded. And he got traded and won a championship. Do the fans remember that, or do I have to educate you all?
Joe, I'd like to state for the crowd, Bill did try to trade him to the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Well, because Gronk retired.
That's right. But the second time Gronk retired, he wouldn't play for them.
Yeah, but Brady, Brady also let it was this Bill's fault.
Is
or
it
Gronk's
fact or
fault?
not fact, Joe?
No, fact.
Don't step on my
Whose
take.
fault? Whose fault is it? Is it Bill's
Gronk.
or Gronk? I'm saying it's Bill's.
Listen, you're stepping on my take right now. Adam Vinatieri never got the money he should have. Should have got the money.
Did he get traded or leave
No,
the
they
agency?
franchised him every single year. He wanted an actual contract. I don't know. He won 3 Super Bowls. What else did he have to do? He kicked every single game-winning field goal in a Super Bowl, mind you.
Didn't Gronk win 3 Super Bowls?
Doesn't matter. I'm talking about a kicker who has the most points in history. Vinatieri played way more games than Gronkowski. Vinatieri should not have to wait a second to go into the Patriots Hall of Fame. He should already be in there. The fact they're going to make that man wait, the all-time points leader in NFL history, more points than Brady, Jerry Rice, Peyton Manning. Nobody has more points than Adam Vinatieri, more than Gronk.
Well,
he didn't quit on the Patriots twice.
But from a fan perspective,
they should know, damn it, who quit and who didn't. Gronk quit. Vinatieri did better and won elsewhere too. Facts. Don't you butt me.
For the record, Gronk did win that battle, though. He won a Super Bowl. Bill got fired.
Yeah, Adam Vinatieri did too.
Did he play more seasons with the Colts?
Yes, and he put up more points playing indoors than he did in stupid New England. And you want to know what happened? You want me to get real? You want to get real deep on this one? They drafted Steven Gostkowski, and in the undefeated season with a chance to go for a field goal, they declined because they didn't want to go with a rookie kicker. It cost them the undefeated season. Karma. Put him in. Am I wrong?
Joe, just remind me, when was the snow kick?
That was in 2002-2001 season.
That would be 20-plus years ago.
Yes.
The most important moment in the history of the Patriots franchise?
Tom Brady's first playoff game. It was the last game ever at Foxborough Stadium. It was the Tuck Rule game. And he kicked a 45-yarder that I never saw go through.
The most important moment in the history of the franchise.
It is the most important in the history of the franchise, yes.
And not only does he have that accolade, but like you mentioned, he's also the leading scorer in the history of the entire league's history. Not just the Patriots, the entire league. He has those accolades. We are 20-plus years removed from that, and he has yet to put a red jacket on. I think that's kind of embarrassing. The one a year rule. I mean, we're letting Bill Parcells into the Patriots Hall of Fame before Adam Vinatieri, a loser. You want to talk about quitting on your team in the Super Bowl, Joe?
I'll agree with that one.
You want to talk about a guy who actually quit on his team in the Super Bowl? Never mind, had a fight with the head coach and got traded to the Lions and retired. No, a guy who actively quit on the Patriots in the Super Bowl, who went just 500 as head coach, not some 750 win percentage like you people talk about him. No, a mediocre head coach who quit on the team in the Super Bowl in the Patriots Hall of Fame. The greatest kicker in the history of the sport, who defined your franchise's legacy, started it at least, not in the Patriots Hall of Fame. Just an interesting tidbit there.
Facts. Bill Parcells did find Adam Vinatieri out of the South Dakota and out of the Amsterdam Football League. That's where he was. He beat out Matt Barr. Look up Matt Barr. Matt Barr. Sorry. That pisses me off that I just pulled a you people. I'm not doing that. There are people that don't. Street Team Joe thinks Gronk should be in over Adam Vinatieri. For real? For real.
For real. I don't think it's particularly close.
Did you not listen to what he just said?
I did. Gronk is this arguably the second best Patriot
of all time. Well, guess what? Adam Vinatieri's the greatest kicker of all time.
So Gronk's the greatest tight end of all time. What's a more important position, tight end or kicker?
The Patriots won Super Bowls. The Patriots won Super Bowls without Gronk.
Yes.
Yeah. Then they also won Super Bowls without Adam Vinatieri. We've run Super Bowls without an elite
How
kicker.
long did they have to wait to win one without Adam Vinatieri?
Okay, was that
over 10 years?
Was that a kicker's fault or the Rock?
Yes, I just told you. In 2007, they didn't sign him. They put a rookie in there, and he wouldn't go to him. I just told you. Do you listen?
I was listening. That wasn't the kicker's fault. We scored 17 points.
They should have kicked more field goals.
We scored 17 points.
You youngins, you guys don't get it.
That was not on a kicker. So you're telling me the kicker is responsible for losing that?
They went for it on fourth down and didn't get it when they could have went to the most reliable kicker in history.
Oh, can I just say this too? Gronk should be in the Patriots Hall of Fame, obviously. Adam Vinatieri made the kick that defined the franchise 20-plus years ago, and he's not in the Patriots Hall of Fame. Gronk can wait a year or two.
Joe, Adam Vinatieri should have been in the Hall of Fame for the Patriots before Rob Gronkowski was even drafted.
Yeah, I'm saying that's fair, but now that they're up against each other, I think it's wrong.
Bull!
Hey, I'll tell you what. When
I'm surprised I didn't swear.
When Adam Vinatieri has his induction, let's see how many fans show up to that one compared to Gronk's.
Everybody.
Gronk's is going to be 10 times bigger.
Gronk's is going to be party rock and corny.
What is this attack on Adam Vinatieri, Street Team Joe?
No,
what the hell is this?
I'm not attacking Adam Vinatieri. I'm just saying Gronk is a better Patriot than Adam Vinatieri.
I'd say you were
hard
incorrect.
Disagree.
But outside, with the resurgence of Brady with the 3 Super Bowls at the end?
You just said resurgence. You know that Adam Vinatieri was before the resurgence?
Yeah, and so we're just not gonna. We're not even gonna. You just brought up resurgence. And you think the kicker, Adam Vinatieri, was that? Or is it our lack of defense?
He won every single Super Bowl at the buzzer. Every single one of them.
The third one?
Yes!
Was it at the buzzer?
Yes!
Against the Eagles? That was not at the buzzer.
It was with under 2 minutes to go.
I don't know about that. I'm going to have to fact.
No, you know what happened? Donovan McNabb threw up all over his sneakers.
Harrison got a pick.
Yeah, and guess what? There was a kick before it that went up.
Yeah, I would have put Adam Vinatieri on my list of.
Jesus, you're doing this to wind me up, aren't you? Or do you really feel this way?
Three Team Joe's got some takes. This is certainly one of them.
Adam Vinatieri is the all-time points leader of the National Football League.
I'm just saying, if you get mad at Gronk for leaving, what he did was perfectly understandable considering.
Oh, what? It wasn't understandable that Adam Vinatieri was the greatest
I'm just
kicker
saying
in team history and they wouldn't pay him?
Get mad
yes,
at
I
Gronk
can.
and then not get mad
Don't
at
tell
Adam
me what I
Vinatieri.
can and can't do.
He traded him to the Lions.
He didn't trade him.
He tried to.
He tried to.
Who was right at the end?
Vinatieri.
No, I'm talking about should they have kept Gronk or not?
I don't care. Vinatieri should be in the Hall of Fame.
Adam Vinatieri is maybe 10 times more important to the Patriots than Rob Gronkowski was.
I think if we poll this, I think I'd be winning.
No, we're going to. Yeah, no, why? Because everyone's stupid. No, you know what? Everyone's young, too.
I think
Me Gronk.
I mean, he's the best tight end of all time. Don't say me
Arguably.
Gronk.
Arguably.
Me Gronk.
Usually have a longer career.
Is there more of an argument of the best kicker of all time or tight end of all time?
Tight end, certainly a bigger argument, I would say.
Yeah, but I would say, what's a more important position, tight end or kicker?
I don't know.
I'd probably say kicker.
Yeah.
A lot of points. They directly scored.
Brady won 3 at the end. Did Stephen Gostkowski
how many
Super Bowls?
Stephen Gostkowski sucked.
Yeah, and we won 3 Super Bowls with them. It doesn't. The kicker didn't matter.
Did they win 3 with him?
I think he was there for the final.
Gronk was hurt
for 1 Super Bowl.
So how many did he win?
Well, he has 3.
He wasn't out there. He wasn't on the field.
He has 4, but yeah, 1 was hurt, but he was there all season.
Really won 2 on his own.
But I would like to point out the Super Bowl he didn't play. He did play the whole year and was just, we got the phones lighting up. Let me get to it.
Here we go. Look what you've done. You want to just have a nice, healthy discussion. And Street Team Joe, he stepped all over you, Joe.
He did. He wouldn't even let me get the take out. And
he was flailing his arms back here, like, put my mic on.
Do you know what happened? I yelled, and now my voice hurts.
You need some of those halls.
I yelled. Why does nobody remember that? Did people never watch the 07 Super Bowl again?
Are kickers suddenly not important either? Kickers are now bad. We don't like kickers. Kind of important. If we could just mic him up for 4 hours, we could go home.
You know what? That'd be a hell of a TikTok. Like hour 1. What we should do when our new interns come in?
I have something that you said earlier that we haven't gotten to either. That there's a lot to address.
Let's break. We'll break. This hour of the Sports Hub is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit WickedOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray, and I heard my voice.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports.
Red Sox lose 8-1 today. They also lose Garrett Crochet to the injured list. They're off tomorrow. Brian Barrett's not good. Tomorrow night, Celtics look to close out the 76ers. Bruins, they look to keep the season alive at home Friday night versus Buffalo. And Rob Gronkowski inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame. The fan vote took Gronk over Adam Vinatieri. Headlines, they are brought to you by our good friends. Because they are our good friends. Hang on, what time? DN Van Lines. Take the chance out of your move and make the sure bet with DN Van Lines, an approved mover in the Department of Defense. DNVanLines.com. I'm Joe Murray.
The Bruins season goes on because of one thing: pasta.
Got Pasternak going long, steps in and scores!
David Pasternak scores the overtime winner, and the Bruins are on to Game 6.
And we're going back to Boston!
Pre-game at 7, puck drops at 7:30.
Chance by Tuck, turned away with a pad by Swayman.
Brian Johnston and Bob Beers bring you all the action.
Turns and fires and scores!
Boston's home for Bruins playoff hockey. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You want a random take? Murray's got all sorts on stuff in the world unrelated to sports. So sit back, relax, and get your mind in the game and listen to the words of a grown man complaining.
There are some people like Tom Morgan knows how to rile me up. Jeremy Conley to me. I don't think you're doing that to me, Joe. I think you really feel like Rob Gronkowski should be in over Adam Vinatieri. Unless I'm wrong. Are you serious? You think Gronk should be in?
Joe, I agree with you on almost 100% of the things you say, but no, this one I do disagree with you. I'm not trying to rally you up. I genuinely think Rob Gronkowski should be in over Adam Vinatieri.
Why over? Sorry.
Well, okay, let me put it this way. Should Adam Vinatieri be in? Yes. Should Rob Gronkowski be in? Yes. Both should be in. Adam has got snubbed in the past. If you're telling me I can only pick one, I'm just saying Rob Gronkowski was a better Patriot than Adam Vinatieri.
It's a ludicrous take. Ludicrous.
But if we're going off of winning, they're tied. If not, Gronk does have 4 Super Bowls. I know one's not with us, but he does
Adam
have 4.
Vinatieri has that too.
Adam Vinatieri.
Who's the most important person in the Patriots dynasty? Obviously, Tom Brady. He's Tom Brady's number one guy.
I think when you go down the list, you get to Adam Vinatieri before you get to Rob Gronkowski in terms of historical Patriots.
Well, I think the fans would agree with me.
I think Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady are probably 1, 2, 3.
I think Vinatieri might be next.
He might be.
You think Tom Brady would answer that?
Listen, Randy Moss was an incredible wide receiver and had the greatest single season in history. I wouldn't put him above Vinatieri.
No, that's fair, but he didn't win. No winning game with him.
No, I know. And listen, I love it. I think Wes Welker is unbelievable. He should be in too, but he never won a thing. I just think the dynasty doesn't happen without Adam Vinatieri.
No, I think that's completely fair. It's a hard question. I don't know.
No, it's not. I'm not finding it hard.
If we don't, I don't think the second part of the dynasty happens without Gronk. He was a healthy Gronk was the second most important Patriot on every single one of those.
Joe, when it comes down to it, and people say who was Tom Brady's number one target, they're going to say Rob Gronkowski.
Yes.
But that doesn't happen without Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying it doesn't happen without him. I know history. I'm just saying if you line up who's a better Patriot, Gronk. Who has a more essential moment? Adam Vinatieri.
You know, Joe, you have every right to vote just like everyone else did.
I'll say what my roommate used to say. The fans sided with me. The vote speaks for itself.
They did. I'm upset with the fans.
What was the vote close?
I didn't see the vote. I bet you I don't even know. But you know what? I will say this.
Was close.
Adam Vinatieri no longer deserves the shaft. He's going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And he's not the Patriots Hall of Fame. It's an embarrassment, Joe. It's an embarrassment.
I know. I'd agree. He should be in.
It's an embarrassment. He's not in.
To pick.
Well, Tom Brady just got right in.
Yeah.
Adam Vinatieri doesn't get that.
Well,
they're gonna make a statue for him.
I wouldn't put Adam Vinatieri.
You wouldn't put a statue for Adam Vinatieri?
They did. They have a little plaque. They have a plaque out
know
there
what?
where he kicked that field goal.
I don't know where the life I was living from 2001 to 2007. Adam Vinatieri might have been Adam Vinatieri might have been the best player in the 01 Patriots.
He might have been the most important person in my life in that stretch.
On the 01 Patriots.
Like, including my own family.
Like, Ty Law was probably the best player in the team.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Like,
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame ability, whatever.
Picked off Peyton Manning 3 times.
You could make the case Vinatieri was second. Because Bledsoe was great.
Willie was great.
Willie McGinnis was great.
Seymour.
And he was a rookie though, right? But I'm just saying you could make the case Vinatieri was the second best player in that team. Belichick thinks it was Vinatieri.
Now, he had that tackle, Joe.
Against Herschel Walker in 1996.
Yeah,
Dallas.
you think Street Team Joe knows about that one?
He has no clue about it. Joe has no clue that Adam Vinatieri took down Herschel Walker.
He goes, are we talking John Hanna? We talking John Hanna?
Anyways, we'll get to this in a second. Did you see at Fenway this week people were drinking out of shoes, out of sneakers?
The shoey. I think I did see this.
So I was walking today from one room to the other, and I asked a question when I walked in, and Skaz was puzzled by my question.
Yes.
But I asked if you guys have ever found food in your shoe.
It was more the proclamation as you turned the corner where you were like, I just found some food in my shoe. You guys ever find food in your shoes?
Yeah, you ever find food in your shoes?
And Street Team Joe.
Have you ever found food in your shoes?
I don't know about like something like popcorn.
That's what was in my shoe.
I found some. Oh, did I spoil it?
No, it's okay.
I found some interesting things in my shoes before, but more like school supplies.
Well, wait. The fact that you have a sentence that I found interesting things in my shoes before. Well, what do you mean school supplies?
Like paper clips, stuff like that. Maybe the mechanical pencils. Maybe like not a whole mechanical pencil. I'm just saying the lead you put into it. I found that in my shoe.
You were definitely a kid that had like a piece of lead stuck in him for a couple of years.
Yeah. I was impatient in school, so I'd always be fidgeting with something. Pieces of eraser I would find in my shoe.
What?
Yeah, like you would buy the big erasers and you would erase something really hard. You get all that eraser off. Chick-fil-A story.
No.
The guy who robbed Chick-fil-A for $80,000 worth of mac and cheese.
Yeah, I actually did see this. What the hell happened there?
So it was
who needs that much cheese?
It was an employee who was charging the restaurant mac and cheese and then instantly refunding himself, and he set it up to go to his credit card. So he would come in and orders of mac and cheese and say it was like he would complain, it would be like he'd write underdone or not fully cooked or something like that. And then he would return the mac and cheese, and then it would go right to his credit card. So and apparently he got up to $80,000 before he got caught.
You're always going to get caught, especially if you use your own credit card.
You think he could have come up with a better idea? Where would you rank? Joe, do you like Chick-fil-A?
I do.
You like their mac and cheese?
I don't want to get political on it, but sometimes I don't eat it because people are political. Like, I just do it because people are political.
Okay, I get it.
But they got a damn good chicken sandwich, is all I can tell you. And they have really good dipping sauces.
The Chick-fil-A sauce.
The sauce is legit, I got to tell you.
No Augustus, though.
Man, Augustus. Sure.
Can we get a food drop?
Yeah.
Can we get a... It's been a little bit.
I'll text Joe, right?
We're overdue.
I'll be like, hey, man, if the Celtics win tomorrow night, do you think we could have some for, like, a watch party here?
I'm so in.
I know.
That kid, they have a nice kid that came and he gave us like 8 milkshakes too. The banana milkshake.
Yeah. Did you guys see that Mike Vrabel got a standing ovation from the Patriots season ticket holders?
Pretty embarrassing, right? Pretty bad look for everybody, no?
Well, Portnoy doesn't feel that way.
Well,
Portnoy
sure.
feels like that. You know what it is? That's our coach. Doesn't matter what he does. It's our coach. You know, there's people. Everyone's got someone in their text chain that's like a wicked jerk like that, right?
It just feels like, yeah. I don't know. I didn't like it, Joe. I'll be honest with you. I didn't really like that one. Thought it was kind of a poor form all around.
Looks like a couple of friends of ours were there.
Yeah, a couple of friends of ours who haven't really had much to say on the topic.
Well, one guy's just the reporter, and his name is Mike Reese, and he's just working the event. He's just doing his job.
I didn't see a report of that event, did you?
No. Barstool, I see it where I see it now.
Yeah.
I did not see a report.
No, me neither.
Is that Scott Zolak?
Almost a fist bump, or a chest bump, I should say. My apologies.
It looks like when they signed Hunter Henry, remember Beatles?
Oh, we got to find that sound.
They
excitement there.
It does look like Mike Vrabel and his wife went to Utah for a couples weekend or something.
Best kind of therapy usually lasts about 6 hours. That's what all the experts say.
So that's the report today.
They say 6 years for 6 hours. I think I've read that before. I think that's what they say.
But now he's back. Well, Pablo Torre's now on it.
He's also, I don't know if you saw this, 29 minutes ago, Joe, Pablo Torre. You see his latest tweet?
I don't understand it, though.
He's got a report apparently coming out about Jeffrey Epstein tomorrow morning.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah.
What's worse, Jeffrey Epstein files or JFK? Listen, the only reason why I bring up JFK is people have been trying to find out what happened to him forever.
Yeah, well, maybe Pablo's going to find out. That's the name of the podcast, right? So, who knows? Some more bad guys about to be exposed.
Oh, God.
I'm all for it. Why not? Sure. Keep it going.
The Epstein file. Oh, jeez. I don't even want it. I don't even think we should. Ugh.
The 76ers
I know.
owner, he's sitting courtside the other night.
How the hell?
Yeah. Let's see. No standing O.
You know who I want to know is in there? Scott Foster.
The extender.
You know, give me names that would make me interested.
Scott Foster would do that for you?
Scott Foster being a part of that, I'd be like, ooh, what's he doing?
That gets the sniffer.
Or
Phil
Mickelson.
Oh, Phil. The Donaghy Files, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I just didn't love the standing O.
Gruden? I don't know.
Odd form.
Should we take some calls?
Let's see what the people.
Is there anything else you guys want to muse about? Anything piss you off?
About Street Team Joe's takes. I'm trying to think if there's anything lately, Joe. The standing O was didn't love it. I'll say that. I'm glad we got the Chick-fil-A story out of the way.
Somebody says when I yell, they think I look like the guy from Office Space. You know the guy with the neck brace? When the bobs show up?
Yeah. I like when you yell and it picks up the other mic. There's just nobody there.
Looks like the Section 10 guys made the Veritech 33 thumbs down with a captain on it.
Hey, make any merch you can. I thought that was a good PR session by Alex Cora. I mean, Jared Carabas on the Baseball Hours earlier today. I thought that was, if you wanted to hear how Alex Cora was feeling, I think you got some great insight into that.
Not to plug Nesson and Boston Center, the chat that's on at 4 o'clock every day.
Yes.
But we had Milliken on yesterday.
Yes.
And he just kept glazing out Alex Cora.
Really?
To the point where I go, hey, man, you got Alex coming on the podcast or what?
You think he's coming on sometimes?
So tonight, Jared, I heard him go, well, that's if he wants to sit with me on the Section 10 podcast.
Yes.
And I go, yep, okay, it's done.
Yeah, you wonder.
They already got a date and everything.
Yeah. That one might be in the can already. I wouldn't be surprised. But I did hear that Alex Cora, though, not the biggest fan of Tyler Milliken. So maybe Milliken, doing some PR before the interview.
Is that why Cora sent out an email today to everybody being like, I love you and you're all great and I wish you the best?
I wonder
after he was happy.
I wonder if our intern got that email.
Which one? Oh, Dawson?
Yeah, I wonder if he got that email. It's working on. I don't, he can't let us know, obviously, but I wonder.
Yeah. Tom's in the truck. Tom.
Gentlemen, good evening.
Tom from jail.
Yeah, Tom. Heading to work.
Yeah.
Heading to work, doing, keeping the public safe. Kind of. JFK, CIA did it. Cora hasn't won since cheating, really. Speaking of cheating, I mean, what do we want from Vrabel? Do you want him on a cross? Do you want to burn him? Obviously he made a mistake. That's obvious. It's embarrassing, but it's taken a life of its own because of the media and Twitter and Instagram and the Pablo Torres. Oh, good Lord. Yeah. Gronkowski, yes, above Vinatieri. Well, they both should be in, but Gronk, arguably the greatest tight end. The position tight end, not a big receiver. He was a tight end, and Vinatieri, I guess you could say he's right up there in kickers, obviously, but I don't know. I gotta go Gronk. And on that, why do you got to pick one? Why can't they both win?
Because that's what the Hall of Fame did. The Patriots Hall of Fame is holding out the all-time point leader, the guy who's in the Hall of Fame, for the guy that retired twice and quit on him. Vinatieri, all he wanted to do was a long-term deal. They wouldn't give it to him, so he went to the Colts and continued his career and won another championship.
Yeah, maybe that's why I kind of... And it's not his fault, but maybe I kind of hold that against him.
No, one is Gronk's fault, the other's not Vinatieri's.
Yeah. But, I don't know.
Nobody's accepting that one, huh?
It's Gronk, though. I mean, come on.
Did Bill Parcells quit on the Patriots? Did Bill Parcells
yes, he
quit
did.
on the... So why not Rob Gronkowski quit on the Patriots?
Yeah. That's a valid point. That's a valid point.
But it doesn't matter.
But it does matter. But they should both be in.
It doesn't matter to you.
No, because I'm going. Yeah, you do. It's an opinion. You want it's Gronk or Vinatieri? I'm going Gronk, and they both should be there. But I'm going with the greatest tight end of all time.
Have you ever been to the
real quick?
Okay, yep. Go ahead.
No, real quick. Popeyes chicken sandwich over Chick-fil-A, in my opinion.
I love the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Oh, the spicy?
Yeah, the spicy.
Oh my God!
Good. But I think it's the glazed bun.
Yeah, is it brioche? Is that a brioche?
No, it's a It's not a brioche. I don't know what we call that.
Huh.
But what do you think of the pickles on it? You like pickles?
No, I'm not a big pickle guy. Are you talking about on the Chick-fil-A or the Popeyes?
Popeyes.
Yeah, I hold the pickles. That's just me.
Okay.
But Chick-fil-A is good. But I gotta go Popeyes on that, and Wendy's a close third. The original Wendy's.
Thanks, Tom.
All right.
Hey, Joe. I'm going to wait for my Celtics question. Out of respect, it's Adam Vinatieri. Gronkowski can wait his turn. Street Team Joe, I don't know if we always want to be proud to be on the side of the majority of Patriots fans. They've never been the most consistent in their opinion, but Celtics, I am so sick of just them allowing teams and me to be just absolutely in doubt about, are we as good as we think they are when they're playing well? They are now, in my opinion, back to being just even level with the Knicks. Anyone they could play in the next round, because I bleed green, I goo green, all of that. This is getting to a point, though, of a sickening nature. Someone needs to take charge. I think a player at this point, and just make sure we win a game. I mean, we should have stepped on these guys' throats game 2 after that pathetic performance that the Sixers put in. And to back it up with a pathetic performance is not what this team should be doing. That's my opinion. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Thank you.
I agree with you, Kevin, on everything that you said. I agree with you. All right. Well, I went really late, and I didn't mean for that to happen. What just happened there? Let's go to break, guys. We'll regroup. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening.
Drake May talking about Mike Vrabel. Did you hear anything in there?
Said we know he's going to be back.
Oh, we know he's going to be back, huh? All right. But did you not know he was going to be back? Was that up in the air there, Mr. Drake?
Maybe you saw the Mike Tomlin rumors.
Oh, yeah, maybe Josh getting the bump. Oh, Joe, Mike Tomlin or Josh McDaniels for the next Patriots head coach?
It's Tomlin.
That's a...
I need an answer.
Just to be... I think I would go...
Don't do it just to be. I want to know your opinion.
I'd have to think about that one, Joe.
Well, think about it.
You're asking me to decide
right now.
How old is?
Doesn't matter. I don't care. Give me your answer.
I'm not in love with either, but I'm going not Josh McDaniels.
Okay.
He's failed too much. Mike Tomlin it is.
Okay.
Would you go Tomlin?
Yeah, I would.
Do you think Josh deserves another shot?
Probably, but not now.
Do you think he's sticking around here hoping?
I think if Josh McDaniels does anything but be the offensive coordinator for Drake May, he's an idiot. And a stupid one.
I was surprised Tennessee didn't at least think about giving him an interview.
He's friends with Vrabel, so probably not.
Oh, good point. Didn't put that together.
Can I read you guys an email that came into my Instagram account? From C. Gerard, who we have mutual friends, so I'll find out who you are. Dude, we're talking about the Patriots Hall of Fame. You're insufferable when you start yelling. We're not arguing the NFL Hall of Fame. We're talking about the stupid Patriots Hall of Fame. We're butthurt that it's taken this long for Vinatieri to get into the Hall, but we're talking about Patriots Hall of Fame. Stop yelling. Gostkowski has the same amount of Super Bowls and is the leader in points for the Patriots, and you just keep yelling. We know how important he is. He's going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You and Skaz are so gross to listen to. You have some sort of weird thing between you. It's the Patriots Hall of Fame. Jeesh, you guys are insufferable. C. Gerard on Instagram.
Thank you to elaborate on the weird thing between us, Joe. That's my interest piqued. Like to know what he thinks.
When people think like that, I don't think there's a weird thing between us at all, Skaz.
Well, no, maybe
But when someone thinks there is, that's weird, right?
It's kind of funny. I enjoy messages like that.
I did write, don't listen. I actually wrote a big paragraph. And then
boy.
I deleted it.
Oh, there you go.
And then I almost said, hey, bro, we're boys with so-and-so and so-and-so. And I'm going to ask about you. And then I'm going to tell you about me. And then we can have this out if you want. But I'm a 44-year-old man now, Skaz.
Hit him with the Doc Rivers.
44. Yeah, Google me.
Google me.
I'm not going to do that anymore. I'll just, what I'll do is I'll just read your dumb. You know what I'm happy about? I'm happy that Skaz and I are so weird and have a thing that it pissed you off so bad.
I think it's kind of funny.
I think that the fact that at 10:50 at night on Instagram, you had to reach out to me because we're in your head so bad.
It's not the NFL Hall of Fame, Joe, which Adam Vinatieri and Rob Gronkowski are both going to.
I would also like to let that guy know that if I was yelling, he would know it.
Yeah, I have not had to adjust your levels tonight at all. Usually when the yelling reaches a peak, I have to, do a little, actual producing back here. But tonight, no. A lot of button pushing.
Do you know when I was mad? Remember when, was it Nate Eaton?
Yeah, he's called up, Joe.
Didn't score?
Yeah.
And I went, what are you doing?
Yes.
That was me yelling. Have you ever seen me mad, Street Team Joe?
I was there for Nate Eaton.
Oh, you were here for that?
I was there.
That what are you doing that they play on 3 Up 3 Down?
Yeah. What are you doing?
I was really pissed about that.
Let's see if I can find the original here.
That's me.
I've seen you mad a couple times.
No, but when I yell, it's like a
yeah,
deep. You could probably hear me really far.
Yeah.
Like, and it comes from the base barrels of my insides. It's like it's just, but no. Normally, I here. I mean, I'm pretty cool. I love hanging out with everybody, Joe. You make me smile. You make
the way you make
smile. Wait,
Here we go.
We gotta play. Oh no! Hey, when it's gone, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are they doing? Can somebody answer what they just did? Okay, fly ball to center field. That would have been the second out. He fakes to run home, but the ball gets thrown into the batter's box on the other side, the warm-up box. This is breathing. Breathing. What are you doing? That, right there. That. What are you doing?
Gives me a little Chris Farley. Like in a van down by the river.
And you're right, because he's like a huge influence of mine.
Really? I can actually see, you have a voice that kind of carries.
Yeah. Did you know Bill Spiros went to college with?
Really? I saw him post yesterday on Twitter. He had something.
Saw that. What's your favorite Chris Farley movie?
I don't know many Chris Farley movies, Joe.
Have you seen Tommy Boy?
Yeah, I've seen Tommy Boy.
That could be your answer. Have you seen Black Sheep?
No.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Billy Madison?
Billy Madison. Okay, so I have
Airheads?
You have to learn, Joe. I mean, you already know this. My brain is like 3 seconds behind. It's like a dump button. Like I'm 3 seconds behind.
My brain is like a dump
Yeah, I'm
button.
like 5 seconds behind. So like I'm now processing what Chris Farley looks like and what he's been in. But when you ask me initially, it takes a couple seconds.
I apologize that we couldn't take all the calls tonight. Anything else tomorrow, guys? We're not on. Do we have a prediction?
We are.
No. We're on the half hour.
7 to 7:30.
Oh,
Joe.
that stinks.
You're telling me.
No. We can give our Bally's pick of the night.
We'll give
tomorrow.
our picks.
Yeah. And are you here tomorrow night too, Joe?
TBD.
He's not
here.
I would like to give the old Alex Cora, Jaron Duran, no comment.
No
Not
comment?
available to the media for the next minute.
All right. Well, this hour of the Sports has been brought to you by Valvoline and Sun Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You'll save 50% off your next drive.